All right, boys. Can everybody hear me? I had some technical difficulties going in, but I believe we have things going. Can everybody hear me? Anyone got a link? Well, it's on NHL Network and it's on TSN. If you have, all right, perfect. Let me get this going with my trusty Celsius. Give me 1 second. Did anybody notice that Celsius cans are always one of the hardest to open? There it is. Ready for this? Oh, yeah. All right. So everybody can hear me fine. That's good. Can you guys hear the stream in the background fine?
Now, after 17 days, we're down to 2 teams who are all...
And if you want a link, if you have NHL Network or TSN, that would be the better option. There are also some pirated streams that you could use. If you're in the Discord, I could share it with you, but...
And with more on that, let's welcome in the guys who will call today's game from Stockholm, Gord Miller and Mike Johnson.
Let me know if you guys can hear the stream in the background fine. It's going to be a tremendous game. I mean, Switzerland beat the USA in the prelims in this tournament 3-0. They play a smothering, fast game that's suited for the bigger ice on the international stage. So you want to maybe a little louder? I got you, buddy. Let's see this. Bang. Let me know if that's a little better. I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to yell over the commentary, so I don't want to keep it too loud, but I'll do my best to kind of make it the perfect option. I'm excited for this game. Switzerland's a good little team, man. I mean, you can look at the lineup on the screen right now.
He didn't have a great year. He got a great contract, but then didn't.
That first line has a lot. I mean, the top 6 in general has a lot of NHL caliber players. You have Kevin Fiala playing second line minutes. A lot of other teams outside of obviously USA and Canada. We'll talk about Canada in a bit. But a lot of other teams don't have the luxury of a player like Kevin Fiala, one of the most underrated players, and Nino Niederreiter also on the second line of their team. And Anders Ambul is going to be a huge story in this game. I mean, last year he was the leader as Switzerland fell 2-0 to Czechia at the World Championship final in Prague. He's 41 years old. He's played 150 World Championship games. He's been through everything. And he's an absolute legend of the international stage. So seeing him play alongside a lot of these NHL players, you have J.J. Moser, Kevin Fiala, Nino Niederreiter, Timo Meier, Dennis Mulligan, Sven Andrighetto, Dean Kukin, Jonas Siegenthaler, seeing a player like Anders Ambul play alongside all of those players is going to be a special moment. He's been through, he already won 2 silver medals at this tournament. We'll see if he can finally go out on top. Now, of course, I'm an American, so I don't want him to, but it's still going to be interesting to see. Gub Daddy says it's perfect. If I had the video, it would be a different story. I apologize. If you Google on hockey, one word, on hockey, some of those streams are pretty good. Don't tell anybody I told you, because it's technically pirated. Ooh, I'm actually super prepared today. I have some, I have a yogurt parfait. I have a big jug of water. I have my Celsius. And ready for this? That's my throat coat. Again, sounds dirty, but it's not. It's the stuff Ariana Grande uses before she sings. No wonder her voice sucks.
Their defense got all but one defenseman has scored a goal in this tournament. They've scored 40
excellent.
goals in the tournament.
Volume is perfect. That's great to hear. I appreciate you stopping by. This is going to be a great game. I mean, looking at the Blackhawks, sorry, not the Blackhawks side of things. I'm too used to commentating Blackhawks games. But looking at the USA side of things, Jeremy Swayman's been a bit up and down this tournament. He had a great semifinal, and he's going to need to follow that up with another great performance in this one. The USA kind of crumbled in the middle of the game before they kind of pulled things together towards the end in that semifinal against Sweden. So, and Switzerland's not the kind of team that you really want to go down against. They play a very tough style to play against. So the USA should not be overlooking this. This is a final for a reason, and there's a big reason why more so-called talented teams didn't make the finals over Switzerland, because they play a very winnable game in a tournament like this. It's going to take the best effort from the USA to throw off Switzerland in this final. But you can't deny that the talent difference is absolutely immense. You have Zach Werenski, Norris Trophy contender Zach Werenski, one of the best defensemen in the entire NHL, playing alongside Jackson Lacombe, who's been unbelievable this season. He's been unbelievable in this tournament. He had a big goal assisted by Frank Nazar, who we'll talk about in a second, to help pull the USA out of reach in that semifinal. You have Clayton Clutch Keller alongside Logan Cooley and Connor Garland. A bit of a small, feisty line for the first line for the United States of America. Brady Shea and Andrew Peak on the second defensive pairing alongside Tage Thompson, Matty Beniers, and Frank Nazar. I would expect one of Beniers or Nazar to play center. You had Nazar playing second line center. You had Nazar playing second line wing, third line wing throughout this tournament. He's going to be on the second line in this game, but we'll see if he plays at center or on the wing. Tentatively, he's listed as the second line right wing, but we'll see how that works as this game progresses. Matty Beniers centering Frank Nazar and Tage Thompson. Thompson can play anywhere on the ice. He's one of the biggest unicorns in all of the NHL, and to me, it was sacrilegious that he didn't make an appearance in the Four Nations for the United States of America, so he's able to prove himself a little bit more in this tournament, and he's done very well so far. Blackhawks legend Alex Vlasic alongside Michael Kesselring on the third defensive pairing. This is a bit of a shutdown pairing alongside Cutter Gauthier, Shane Pinto, and Will Smith. If you're a San Jose Sharks fan, please notice something. Will Smith on the third line, Frank Nazar on the second line. You understand that? That is not a coincidence. In any case, Cutter Gauthier, obviously great goal scorer, 20 goal scorer in his rookie season. This is a guy, and we don't talk about this enough in the context of the Calder Trophy race this season. This is a guy who would be in Calder conversations other years, but because of how good everybody else was, including his own teammate Will Smith and Will Smith's teammate Macklin Celebrini, as well as Lane Hudson and Dustin Wolf and all the rest of them, nobody's really talking about how good of a rookie season Cutter Gauthier had. But in terms of expectations as a goal scorer, he really pulled through, especially in the second half of the season. And Shane Pinto's a good little center as well on that line. Zeev Buium is going to be the seventh defenseman in this lineup. A guy who could play in some offensive situations, but realistically, you're going to see a lot more of the top six defensive pairings in this game. Mikey Asimont on the fourth line alongside Michael McCarron and Drew O'Connor. Very much an identity line. It's a prototypical fourth line for the United States. And Josh Doan is the 13th forward for the United States of America. He's a guy who actually played quite a bit in this tournament. He's played like 3 to 5 minutes, somewhere around there, which isn't a lot, but it's a lot for a 13th forward. This reminds me a little bit of Cole Eiserman and the role that he had for the United States of America at the World Juniors this year, showing up on the power play and just being an energy guy. And Josh Doan could bring some of that same energy. And the head coach is Ryan Warsofsky of the San Jose Sharks.
They're a structured team, and they're
all right.
They can skate. They've got experience, guys that have obviously done really well.
Oh, does Buff Streams actually have streams these days?
Have won in the
What's up, Josh? Good to see you again.
They have some high,
how's Vlasic and Nazar look so far in the tournament? Vlasic's been a third pairing defensive defenseman. He's looked exactly like you thought he would. Vlasic is not the kind of guy who has the same level of impact on wider ice. And keep in mind that these international games, especially those that are played in Europe, are played on wider ice. So NHL players are at a slight inherent disadvantage based on the fact that they're used to thinner ice. And these international-only players, guys like Anders Ambul, for example, of Switzerland, are used to that bigger ice. And the patterns of play, the instincts and the requirements of the scheme are very different in that ice. And Vlasic's specific skill set, you don't want him to be too far to the outside, right? He's not a guy you want covering from the hash marks all the way to the boards on wider ice. So a lot of Blackhawks fans, a lot of Blackhawks homers, and I don't blame you for doing that, but a lot of Blackhawks homers say things like, oh my God, Alex Vlasic is one of their better defensemen and he's playing on the third pairing. Well, in a tournament like this, that's probably the smarter move. Frank Nazar, on the other hand, has been spectacular. I think it's impossible to deny the fact that he was one of the best 2 to 3 players for the United States all tournament. He's been the amazing thing about Nazar in a tournament like this is he plays the exact same way. It's so common. You look at Germany and Lucas Reichel in the tournament. I tried to get eyes on him before he got injured. Reichel's a guy who takes whatever space you give him. Nazar is not that guy. He plays a pro-style game regardless. And by the way, why is this? Can you guys see the IIHF page that I'm scrolling on? Let me know if you guys can see it. I'm having a bunch of technical difficulties, so I'm just wondering if you guys can see this. Let me know if you guys see Switzerland pregame ended, United States 0-0. Let me know if you guys can see that. But in any case, what I was saying was Frank Nazar plays the same pro-style game no matter what. When he's on the boards, his sole goal is to win the puck back with complete possession and to take it right back to the middle of the ice. And I'm really excited to release my Jeff Blashill video. It should be coming out probably tomorrow. I had to delay it because of the stream. I know my voice is going to be gone, and it would be hard for me to record later in the day. But this is the kind of thing that pro-style coaches like Jeff Blashill absolutely eat up. And the fact that Nazar is able to have the success that he's having in this tournament by itself doesn't mean much, but the fact that he's doing it while playing such a pro-style game is really a great sign for what's to come for Nazar. I expect him to take a huge step forward next season, and it's going to be really exciting to watch his progression as next year rolls around. Josh says, awesome to be back on another live chat. Good breakdown, man. I appreciate it, bro. We had a great time last time, hoping to bring some of those positive vibes again. Vlasic skates well.
This is cute.
And is a big body.
Oh, that's because it's not for sale.
Sorry, I'm getting some technical difficulties. I'm going to have to... Maybe it's my old man eyes that are failing me. Josh says, Vlasic skates well and is a big body. Though me at this point, it's hard to know his ceiling, although I don't ever see him as a power play quarterback one guy. Let me just put it this way. If Vlasic is forced to be a power play one guy on this next Blackhawks team, the Blackhawks screwed up big time. He is, at his best, he's going to be a defensive defenseman, and that's totally fine. You need that type of profile in your lineup, especially when you have guys like Kevin Korchinski who need covering. You have a guy like Artem Levchenov who loves to jump into attack. You have a guy like Sam Rinzel who's going to be the best transitional defenseman of this next team. You want a stay-at-home defenseman like Vlasic to really fill out that top four and make it a balanced unit. Josh goes on to say, so that will limit his upside on ever being a true top pair guy. I see some Lorai as a comp. That's a very interesting comp, but maybe better in his own end. I think Lorai has more skill with the puck. I agree with the skill part with Lorai, but I always thought that Alex Vlasic's ideal comp was just any stay-at-home defenseman. You think of the impact that Jacob Slavin has on a team like Carolina. Don't think about how Carolina is down 3-0. I really wanted to live stream that, by the way. Let me know if you guys want to see a live stream tomorrow. Back-to-back live stream days would be insane. But if you guys want to see the funeral of the Carolina Hurricanes, let me know. But if Alex Vlasic can even be a budget, a Wish.com, a diet version of Jacob Slavin, nobody's going to be complaining about a lack of offense or offensive impact. I think that a lot of his offensive impact over the past season was a result of the scheme. Do not expect him to have that impact under Jeff Blashill. Blashill's not the kind of guy to give an open green light to the blue liners to step into the play the same way Anders Sorensen did. So don't expect a huge offensive year for Alex Vlasic.
Let's pick this one up in the second period. Still looking for our first goal.
Old World Hockey's in the chat. Nice to see you. Cookie B's in the chat. Nice to see you. Thank you, everyone, for joining on this Sunday afternoon. I know this is not a very convenient time. I usually run a poll before any of these live streams happen. And a lot of people told me ahead of time that they weren't going to be available. I just wanted to get a live stream and just keep my juices rolling in the live streaming department. I always have a blast in live streams. I hate to, I don't mean to be that guy, but a lot of times making YouTube videos is more mentally taxing than making live streams is. Live streams are just like hanging out with the boys, you know, just watching a game, watching international hockey, a niche that nobody else would really understand. How many people are watching IIHF hockey at this point? I mean, we're just hockey addicts here, so it's just an added element of fun, being able to hang out with you guys and just kick back and talk hockey. So I appreciate all of you joining me, even though the timing may have not been the most convenient. It's good to see you guys here. And let's have some fun with this game. Again, it's going to be a great game. Maybe Frank Nazar is going to get some silverware after. I mean, he's definitely going to get some silverware. Hopefully, he gets some goldware after this. My stream is bugging. I'm going to have to refresh it. The audio will come back in a second. Just give me a moment. Okay, so we ran into a problem. All right. Give me a second, boys. Josh says he's bigger and skates better than Slavin. I don't watch the Canes a lot, but Vlasic moves quick for a big guy. If he can clean up the turnovers and improve his reads and gaps, I think he has Slavin potential. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm going to need to find a stream, so I apologize for the lack of professionalism here. The Hockey Sense says, what kind of silverware do they think he prefers? Spoons, forks, or knives? Perhaps he's well versed in using chopsticks. You think Nazar is a chopsticks guy? Oh my God, I would really be surprised if that was the case. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out the live stream situation here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is going to be a difficult thing to do. Give me 1 second. Let's see if the stream is working. Okay, I'm going to need to do a little bit of a switcheroo here. I'm going to have to move this back to the starting soon screen just to be safe. You guys can still hear me. I just want to be safe with not doxing myself. I need to get a stream up and running over here. So let's open that. And can you guys hear that? You guys hear that? This should work. All right. Play by play. So I'll just keep it on this part of the screen. Let me know if this works for you guys. I just need to fix one more quick thing before we... yeah. So we should be able to see this. Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. So we got this going again. I have my coffee. So I don't have my coffee. I have my Celsius. You guys want to hear that? I know you guys always eat that up. All right, we're moments, I should say, away from puck drop in a final. It's the second last final this season in all of ice hockey. You're going to have the IIHF Gold. Puck is about to drop, and then you have the Stanley Cup final coming in a few weeks. Logan Cooley loses the face-off, and now we're underway in this gold medal game. Turn up the gameplay one notch. I got you, my brother. Let's see this. Is that better? Let me know if that's better, Josh. Logan Cooley showing off tremendous speed going into the corner there. Playing on that first line alongside Clayton Clutch, Keller, and Connor Garland. Very balanced, small, feisty line. Oh, a takeaway by Keller. Cooley over to Keller. Nazar's out there on the ice. He loses the puck battle. The puck is recovered by Switzerland behind their own net. And they're going to reset play. Yeah, that's good. All right, perfect. The Hockey Sun said, I heard Mitch Marner told his agent that he's willing to go to the Hawks if Frankie Nazar scores a hat trick in the gold medal game. You heard it here first, boys. This is why you tune into a Ringside General live stream. So you hear this breaking news from the Hockey Sun that nobody else is going to tell you about. And it's pretty simple. All that Nazar has to do is score a hat trick, and then Marner, you forgot to tell the fans here, the Hockey Sun, you forgot to tell the fans what the contract is going to be. Wasn't that a part of the report too? Tage Thompson, what a move at the blue line, throws it into a corner, and that's taken away by Matty Beniers, but he sends it in deep, and that's recovered by Switzerland again. Josh says, do we think 30 goals, 65 points is a fair expectation this year? Are you talking about for Frank Nazar?
Kesselring knocks that down to center ice for Pinto.
The amazing thing is Nazar would have easily doubled his goal total if he just finished every single breakaway that he had. And he got much better in that department towards the end of the season.
Marty plays it back down.
I think that would be the high end of my expectations, to be honest.
Back after it.
Expecting a 30-goal scorer to also have that sort of two-way impact in his second season in the NHL is a bit rich. I would be thrilled with that, though.
Or two very good defensive teams shutting it down.
In terms of expectations, it really depends on what role he has. And what type of team the Blackhawks are under Jeff Blashill. Jeff Blashill is a very fundamentals coach. It's interesting that a lot of players who played under Jeff Blashill had their season best years, I should say, their career best seasons, because he plays a very Babcockian style. It's just so happens that he combines that with a what that was horribly offside by who's that? I don't even know who that is. Will Smith throwing the body in this game. That's how you know people care about this. That's actually an interesting concept, though. The Hawkinson says no word on the contract, but the best guesstimate is that it comes in below the Hawks' internal cap of 9.8 times 8 for Connor Bedard. I love that number, bro.
So the United States at very least will win a silver.
But what I was saying is a lot of teams are taking this tournament much more seriously. Of course, the big story was Canada going out in heartbreaking fashion to Denmark, thanks to Nikolai Ehlers speeding over from the NHL playoffs to take out Canada with a huge last couple of minutes for Denmark. But Canada loaded up with Crosby, McKinnon, Celebrini, Fleury, and a lot of other people. Ehlers rushed over from the NHL playoffs, as we just mentioned. Every team had legitimate NHL caliber superstars. I mean, Sweden had... Oh, was that a cross? Connor Garland caught a high stick in the mouth.
Connor Garland's up to his usual tricks early on.
The commentator's saying Connor Garland's up to his usual tricks, but... Oh, that was kind of his own stick. Dean Kukin kind of half cross-checked him, but Garland's own stick really clipped him in the mouth there. I believe that Scott Powers recently said, Josh is saying this, I believe Scott Powers recently said Marner wouldn't be coming to Chi-Town. Not sure if Katie isn't interested or the agent said Marner wouldn't come. Yeah, there's some conflicting stories. I will have a Marner dedicated video either way next week, because I have some thoughts on Mitch Marner. Whether or not the Blackhawks are interested. If I had to guess, they're not going to sign him. It just makes too much sense for Marner to go to a better team right now. Nazar has the puck taken away. Thompson isn't able to finish. Now here comes Switzerland the other way. Watch out there. Beautiful takeaway by Jackson Lacombe. Nazar gathers and sends it in deeper to Zach Werenski, who's pinching deep. Behind the goal line is the defenseman, and Switzerland takes it away. Frank Nazar darting down the middle. Over to Matty Beniers. Matty Beniers and Nazar both behind the net. Beniers holding on, back to the point. A long shot goes off Niederreiter and ends up in the corner. Matty Beniers takes a hard hit I didn't see who that was for Switzerland, and Switzerland's able to take it away. Switzerland's playing their style of hockey right now, and if you're the USA, you can't let them get comfortable in this style of game, man. They play a hard, physical, and fast style that's perfect for a tournament like this. Yeah, the Hockey Sun said glad Connor didn't go and play and get his heart broken. There's no reason for Connor Bedard to be playing in a tournament like this, respectfully. Josh says, yeah, just based on odds alone, with probably at least half of the teams wanting Marner, we have to think it's less than 20%. It's not just that. Marner's in a really specific situation where he's a player who's one of the best playmakers in the NHL. Hold that thought. Will Smith, the horrible pass. Michael McCarron somehow gets a shot through anyways. Will Smith, the bust from San Jose. Long shot, rebound, save, rebound. How did that stay out? What? How did that stay out?
But puck is in the crease. I can still see it.
The referee, Mikhail Holm, saying no goal.
An opportunity
Michael Asim on pass. The tip just goes wide, and then the rebound. How did that stay out?
Walks right into it. Giannone.
What a save! Not just to stop the puck, but to stop the darting forward for the Americans. Who is that? Who's number 18? Logan O'Connor darting right in. He stopped the puck, and then he stopped O'Connor, and the puck stayed out. Tremendous save by Giannone. Josh says, imagine Marner on Anaheim with that young core, another year older, and Coach Q. That's a 100-point team, IMO. I honestly think he should go to a playoff team. He's a player who, in a middle six, like, think about Brad Marchand and the amount of PR he's doing for his reputation, even though it didn't need that boost. He's playing third-line minutes, the same way that Kessel did in that back-to-back Stanley Cup run with Pittsburgh. All that a superstar player needs to do is play third-line minutes on a dynamic team and carry the offense a little bit. The fact that people seriously don't think that Mitch Marner can do that is ridiculous. And just to prove them wrong, I really think he should do that. Take a little bit of a pay cut, maybe somewhere between 9 and 12 million per season, still a good amount. Maybe a short-term contract, get paid again when you're 29. Maybe a nice little 2-year contract. And double middle finger the Maple Leafs every single time you face them in the playoffs. Marner going to Vegas, Tampa Bay, or Florida would be wild. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't he, though? Imagine him on a team like Tampa Bay. Talk about a match that's absolutely perfect. Tampa Bay hasn't been out of the first round since, what, 2 to 3 seasons? And Mitch Marner would instantly be the second best playmaker on the team. You still have Nikita Kucherov. You still have a great goal scorer in Jake Gensel. You still have Brandon Hagel and Braden Point, two of the best identity pieces in the NHL. You still have a really good bottom six that the Lightning continue with Breezewalk continue to invest in. Imagine Marner fitting into that team. John Cooper, arguably the best coach in the NHL. Switzerland just had a nice shot there, but here comes Matty Beniers over to Frank Nazar, using his body positioning, holding on to the puck. And now here comes Sven Berchi up the left wing.
Changing that pass, broken up by Beniers. Lead pass for Thompson, lined up there by Glauser.
Pull a Kadri. You know what? I'm actually going to play this. I was going to save. I have a bad habit of gatekeeping stuff because of how much I care about the videos I make. There's this really cool clip from Nazem Kadri. I'm going to play it hopefully some point in this live stream. It's him after winning the cup, and he's like, anybody who thought that I was a playoff liability, you can kiss my ass. That's going to be Marner next year. McKinnon, Marner, Natchez, Makar. That's just ridiculous. I would honestly spread the love a little bit, probably put Natchez on the second pairing. But my goodness.
Your kid's brain and the math twigs. Some allergy medications can make your kids drowsy.
All right, a bit of a frantic start for both teams. Switzerland's really playing their game well so far, I think. Let me figure this out. Why is this not
the all-new Infiniti QX80, a
galleries?
450 horsepower twin-turbo beast of luxury. Invest in an Infiniti during the once-in-a-spring.
Yeah, Kadri wasn't holding. And why should he? I mean, he is in the same category as Marner. I mean, at least Toronto fans loved Kessel because Kessel was completely unique as a profile on their team. There was no goal scorer other than Kessel. The reason why Toronto hated everybody else on the team is because the team had like 10 middle six players. I mean, Joffrey Lupul, JVR, Nazem Kadri, Tyler Bozak. The list goes on and on. So because they had so many of those players on the team, they were easy targets for the Maple Leafs. And Kadri, I mean, playing for Toronto, the scrutiny is undeniable. Kadri being ejected in back-to-back playoff runs for Toronto didn't do him any favors either. But the moment he left, and everybody acts shocked that he showed up to Colorado and he was one of the best second-line centers, he's still a profile that Colorado is struggling to replace. I don't think Colorado should have ever let him walk to the Calgary Flames. They tried to replace him with Brock Nelson this year. You saw how that worked out. He's a completely unique profile. The fact that people don't think that Martin is going to do the exact same thing, to me, is ridiculous. Here comes Will Smith, wheeling and dealing up the right wing boards. Passes it off to Shane Pinto behind the net. Pinto from his knees finds Will Smith. Terrible pass again.
there by Smith. He was
Smith
taken
is
down.
really flopping all over the ice right now. He's getting out physical by Switzerland.
American line is bumped off the puck by Zeke Boyum. He's won gold in the last 2 World Junior Championships for the
Zeke
US.
Williams playing alongside Zach Werenski for a shift. This is really interesting. Zeke Williams normally the 7th defenseman. Seeing him play with Zach Werenski is really interesting.
Within the last 2 years. And that's been part of the conversation.
Probably the best number 2 in the league, and couple years.
No American team has won.
And couple years ago, yeah.
But these
Leafs and Avs haven't recovered since losing Nassim.
best on best
And I'll go one step further. The Calgary Flames did something really stupid by bringing in Kadri with fringe first-line center AAV. This is going to be the same story with Sam Bennett with Florida. When he reaches free agency, somebody is going to overpay for him, and they're going to regret it.
Swipes at it.
He is one of the best second-line centers on an already established team.
Plays it back around
He's not going to be a
against
first-line center for you, dude. Don't pay him $10 million per season to be that first-line center.
Werenski, the penalty coming to Team USA.
Oh my God, Team USA is going on the penalty kill. I thought that was a clean hit by Werenski. I don't know what the referees are looking at.
It's a cross-checking call.
If Colorado got, the Hockey Sun said, if Colorado got bailed out of letting Rantanen walk by getting Marner in the offseason, I would be very annoyed. I mean, it's fair game though, no? I mean,
So, my question is,
Marner is a free agent. These kinds of players never become free agents. If there's some sort of gigabrain process that the Avalanche went through to be like, oh, maybe Rantanen needs more money than Marner does, and Marner would take some discount to play. I mean, if all of that was planned in advance, then so be it. I don't think that's going to be the case.
his stick. Yes, he went
And
back
I
with
still
the
think
extra
the
stop
Avalanche are pretty stupid for
was a
letting
result of his own stop-up.
Rantanen walk.
11 goals.
And by the way, this I'm going to say this super quietly, so y'all have to pay attention to this. Actually, you know what? Let me put in an effect.
Sven Andrighetto leads the
Outside of those 2 to 3 games of elite play, Mikko Rantanen's kind of been bad. I have to say that super quietly. That's a secret, all right? He's gotten a lot of ice time, and he hasn't really turned it into much.
Switzerland looking for their first good luck.
Fair enough, I'd be annoyed. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. My reasons are a little bit more selfish. I just love Jared Bednar, and I'm holding on to hope that over the next 2 seasons, Bednar will become the Chicago Blackhawks head coach.
6 opposition attempts.
I've said this in my last video. If every NHL coach was out of a job, the one I would choose is Jared Bednar for the Blackhawks specifically.
That plays offside.
Great play by Shane Pinto, by the way, on the penalty kill to force the Swiss power play offside on that entry.
In a disjointed start, Niederreiter did some good work in the
Josh says most number 1 centers don't get the points he did as a number 2 his last year in Colorado. I agree with you.
couple turnovers.
I completely agree with you.
30 seconds gone.
And to win in the playoffs, especially in today's NHL where teams are getting more and more stacked. I mean, you think of the Dallas Stars started off this playoff run with Wyatt Johnston as their 3rd-line center. Let that sink in. To compete, you need to have a Nazem Kadri level 2nd-line center. Otherwise, you're going to be lost.
Kukan drops that back, and the hop Swiss chant goes up here in Stockholm. Fiala. Swings
Kevin
it back
Fiala.
across to Andrighetto for Kukan, and the Swiss get set up. Fiala for Kukan, back across to Malgin. For Kukan.
This penalty kill, you see Nazar on the PK
Works it back
at the
to
top of the
Kukan.
diamond in the PK.
Goes back to Fiala with a shot. That
What a
was blocked by
block.
Shea. That took a
What a
punch
block by
Shea.
Brady Shea right there.
Andrighetto back around for Niederreiter. Pass too far for him. Malgin reaches for it. Chips it back to Niederreiter. Slammed down by Shea.
Brady Shea follows it up with a tremendous hit behind the net, too. Brady Shea really active so far in this game.
To Andrighetto for Kukan.
Nazar and the second penalty killing unit for the Americans have been out there on the ice for a while. You got to imagine they're getting tired. And now here comes Switzerland behind the net. They have to reset after 2 big saves, and they throw the puck out of the zone. That was their opportunity. After 2 insane saves by Jeremy Swayman, the puck was just standing there
Swiss power play.
at the bottom of the slot, ready for a Swiss stick, and they just couldn't stuff it home. Kevin Fiala dances into the zone, passes back to the point,
For Moser. Back across the Ria with a shot that goes wide and rattles back down the ice.
and the puck is cleared once again. Josh says, I agree. Bednar is a guy I would want coaching. I want coaching the Hawks next. I mean, let's be honest. The Avalanche would be insanely stupid to let him go. But yeah, if every single NHL coach was available, Bednar's my guy. Josh, kind of going off that point about Marner, though. It wouldn't shock me to see Marner accept a contract that's below $14 million. That $14 million, ever since Draisaitl got that number, everyone's been throwing that out for Marner too, especially since he's an unrestricted free agent. But given his legacy and how much he clearly cares about that, otherwise he wouldn't be leaving Toronto. They would pay him a good amount. But given how much he cares about legacy, it wouldn't shock me to see him get a number that shocks a lot of people. But hold that thought. Here comes Swayman with a good save there. How's it going, boys? Second City, I'm still getting into my Celsius, so my energy levels are a little bit low. Here's Mikey Asimont. He dummies the puck. McCarron battling along the boards there. Drew O'Connor, a fourth-line shift for the United States of America. Back to the point now. Here's Brady Shea. Shoots. Blocked. Find the puck, dude. Michael Asimont had the puck between his skates, and he had no idea it was there. But yeah, everything's going good, Second City. Good to see you here. We're enjoying some Sunday hockey. The season's going to end sooner than we all know, and we're not going to have the opportunity to live react to hockey for what will seem like forever. So enjoying this a little bit of hockey, enjoying watching Frank Nazar try to get a gold medal in his already very notable young career so far.
Who quickly exits the scene. 7:35 to go in the first. No score in the gold medal game. It's super hot. Super hot. It's super hot.
Josh says, the more I read and hear about Blashill, the more I'm sold. Second time around, 7 years on an awful team. It's a crazy long time, and now 3 years under John Cooper. Tony Granato said a lot of great things on the Breakaway podcast. Let me see this. I have my notes open somewhere about Blashill. Scott Powers had an article. I think he released it today. Let me double check. Yeah, he released it today. Going through what players and others around the NHL are saying about Jeff Blashill. You can't deny everybody in the NHL raves about this guy. And not to kind of toot my own horn, but I really believe that my Blashill video is one of the best research videos I've ever done. So if you want to know more about the coach, I would recommend checking that video out when it comes out. Not to toot my own horn or anything. Any historical figures coming up next? No, that's what we've been waiting for you for. That's your job, buddy. You and the Hockey Sun better come up with some. Otherwise, the stream's canceled. So now it's just your job. We're waiting on you, buddy. Let me know which historical figure we're talking about. We could play the AI or not game, and we can let some random bot tell us which historical figure. But it's more fun when Second City Sports has some homework to do, no? I appreciate that, Josh. I really do. Always good to see the mods in the chat. And huge shout out to the mods, W mods. We're a young channel. 551 subscribers, a huge number, obviously. But our goals are obviously bigger, and the mods, both on Discord and on YouTube, you guys go a long way. I really do appreciate all of you. What a play by Gauthier taking the puck away there. But that pass just misses Will Smith. Siegenthaler deflects it into the bench. Would you reevaluate his tierage based on your research? No. I'll talk about that a lot more in the video. It's just based on what the Blackhawks are looking for. I will say I respect the decision more, but I would still rank him the exact same. I think I did a good amount of research before that point. I think in hindsight, I would actually rank Anders Sorensen a little bit lower, but Blashill would be in the same tier for sure.
14 goalies were drafted before him in that draft. In comes Nazar, centers it. That's
I think Jay Woodcroft is a better all-around coach. The one thing that Blashill's much better at him at is just hammering home fundamentals, which is a unique thing that this young team needs desperately. You saw players just yeeting the puck away. Even Connor Bedard. I hate to be the guy to criticize him from time to time, but he can can work on his fundamentals as well. And Blashill is the perfect coach for that. That's one area that he's better than Woodcroft or anybody else in. And the second is just straight up development. Tage Thompson, what a move and what a save, a blocker save there. That's held in by Werenski into the left corner, Tage Thompson. And that's taken back by Switzerland. Josh says you got to start somewhere. You're very good at what you... Oh, I appreciate that, man. That really does mean a lot. You're very good at what you do, and as the channel gets better and grows in subscribers, you will get better too. That's the goal, brother. I'm just trying to get better.
5:58 to go in the third. Still no score.
And I'm really open to any feedback that you guys have. If you guys want more videos, the videos take it's hard to tell from watching them, but they take a lot of time to make compared to what live streams take. So if you guys want more live streams sprinkled in, let me know. If you guys want to hang out more, let me know. Whatever you guys want, I'm really open to suggestions.
It's nice to have fans.
New customers turn $5 into $300 if your bet
Second City Sports makes a really good point. He says, how much stock do you put into what people around the NHL say about Blashill? I think hockey people tend to be nice for the sake of not hurting people's feelings. Well, first of all, let me just say, you are 110% correct. Most things that hockey people say can be taken with a grain of salt, and I wish more fans were aware of that, right? But in Blashill's case, and especially when you're talking about coaches, players don't tend to lie. They tend to say white lies. And what I mean by that is, even if they feel like, oh, Blashill's not the best coach I've ever had, they would still bring up things that Blashill has as strengths. Nobody can deny that Blashill is one of the most prepared, pedantic in a positive way, fundamentals-based guys, and a very easy person for young players to talk to and to be coached by. And that's all you hear. You hear development over and over again, and that's something that's been very well established. Nobody's saying that he's a very creative tactician, and I think he's actually one of the worst tacticians in the NHL. The reason I care a little bit less about that is because he's so good at development, and that's exactly what the Blackhawks need right now. So if somebody came out and said, oh my God, this guy in the middle of a game in terms of in-game management, he's able to adjust masterfully, I'd call him a liar. But what people are saying about him being a slam dunk pick, given the fact that he's learned under really good mentors and he's chosen his spots very wisely, he's succeeded as a head coach in every level other than the NHL. He has a long track record of development. Every player that's ever been coached by him talks about how tough he is in his expectations and how consistent he is, but yet how easy he is to talk to and how understanding he is of development. And all of those things are also universal truths. So I would say that if somebody tells something that I know is a lie based on my research, I would take it with a grain of salt. But the fact that so many people are agreeing with the positives that Blashill has is a really good sign for what the Blackhawks have going forward. Josh says, agreed on Blashill, very organized and prepared to a pedantic degree. I mean, this guy doesn't even draw things on the whiteboard in the middle of practices. He draws things beforehand, and he teaches all of his assistant coaches not only the plays and the practices that he's going to have beforehand. He teaches them the verbiage. Every single drill has the exact same fundamentals being hammered in. In practice, you're not allowed to skate beyond the net because he wants you to stop at the net in game situations. There's not a single drill that he plays that has wingers back checking along the boards because he likes wingers back checking along the dots. He is pedantic with these fundamentals. And that consistency is going to help the Blackhawks because you have a lot of young players who need to learn those fundamentals. Will Smith, keep calling him Will Smith. Jackson Lacombe, a turnaround shot, that's blocked.
Americans haven't had one in nearly 8 minutes. Niederreiter chips it back down to the American zone as Beniers goes back to pick it up.
I will say, in terms of hockey, son, your question about, hold up, Frank Nazar, dancing in. In terms of your question about re-ranking, I feel like I'm missing something about Jay Woodcroft. So I would love to go back. I'm not going to do it because it's not good for content, but I wish I was a fly in the room in those Woodcroft interviews, and I wish I knew exactly why he didn't get another shot yet. I ranked him in the tier 2. For me, it seems like a no-brainer to give him another chance, especially if you're a team like, obviously the Ducks went with Quenneville, but if you're a team like that, I would have been all over Woodcroft. And I'm shocked. Now, 2 seasons in, it looks like he's not going to be getting another head coaching job. And he's been very public about wanting that opportunity, too. So that part's really shocking to me. So in terms of re-ranking, maybe I'd go back and try to figure out what I'm missing about Woodcroft to maybe bump him down to tier 3. But everything that I've seen so far makes him a clear tier 2 coach. And Blashill is, I'm very comfortable with him in tier 3. But keep in mind, tier 3 is, I can be excited about that coach. Tier 4 means, like, what the heck are you thinking? I think Blashill's a coach whose strengths make me very excited about what the Blackhawks are going to do, especially from a developmental point of view. So just because he's so-called tier 3 doesn't mean he's a bad option. What a save! A huge deflection, and that's an absolute robbery by the Swiss goaltender there. Is Vlasic playing today? Yep, he's playing on the third pairing.
Up ahead for Peak, who fires it down to Giannone.
Josh, you make a really good point there. You cannot rank NHL coaches based on win percentage, especially when that coach is dealing with the Red Wings team that he was dealing with. And keep in mind, the best offensive season in Maurice Seider's short career was the only season that he played under Blashill. The best offensive season in Tyler Bertuzzi's career is one that he played under Blashill. He was a 30-goal scorer under Blashill. This fundamental style of coaching really does help with development.
I might not have the rebound, but I'm not going to let you get it. He dives on his blade to make sure he can't get there, which is a heads-up decision.
Ooh, those are fighting words, the hockey son.
Offensive player.
Passive-aggressive of you.
And Josh, I can go way further than that. I mean, I'll save some of it for the video, but even this is a bit nitpicky. I think Seider and Bertuzzi are more clear as the United States goes on a power play. I'm sorry, I'm going so far on a tangent. I appreciate you guys for sticking around through my Blashill rant, but there are a lot of other examples of players regressing immediately after leaving Blashill. There is an objective truth to the fact that Blashill is good at maximizing individual talent. He's not very creative. He doesn't care too much about schemes and being able to outcoach the other team. And that inherently puts a ceiling on his coaching. But his style of coaching has a lot of benefits in terms of the way he can handle a young team and hammer home fundamentals. I'm hoping Levchenov can be Seider. I mean, yeah, that's the ideal situation. I'm going to talk about that a lot more in the video as well. The idea of some of the specific tweaks. Blashill is not known for making specific tweaks, but he did make tweaks for Seider specifically. And that makes me excited about what he can do for Levchenov. I think Levchenov needs way more creativity than even Seider does. Way more flexibility. Horrible entry by the Americans, by the way. But Levchenov needs way more flexibility to take chances and to be the fourth forward than Seider does. But the fact that Blashill was able to adjust a little bit for Seider makes me more excited about what he can do with Levchenov.
Did not fit properly, so now he gets his own.
Logan Cooley's such a tank, dude. I mean, just the way he's built like a square, and he's fast as all heck. One of my favorite young players. Really excited to see what Utah can do next year. It's going to be interesting. Josh Doan is also the Country Roads Take Me Home is playing. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. There you go. Josh Doan's also the 13th forward for the Americans in this game.
51st World Championship team. Garland drops it back to Cooley. Here's Cooley to Keller. Back in front to Garland. Feeds across to Thompson. Drops it back. And a hard shot there by Werenski. Knocked away by Giannone.
It's really cool to me to see how many diehard fans there are of hockey, man. The fact that we're able to consistently have tens of people in these streams. When we talk about the most nerdy, the most niche things, it's funny because I was really obsessed with the idea of succeeding with YouTube when I was starting. Now I care much more about the quality of my own content and making sure the content is more fun for us. But when I was first dealing with the idea of starting YouTube, I was obsessed with things like niches and how to maximize your niche and things like that. The content that I make is such a small niche. And what a... Keller, did he miss in that there, or was that saved?
to Werenski. Back to Thompson.
Thompson a shot, and that's blocked. His power play starting to buzz.
Keller's got some time.
Clayton Clutch Keller's shot, and that's a shoulder save.
Keller back to Cooley.
That's kept in by Cooley. Oh, Thompson was ready to load up with that 105-mile-an-hour clapper.
Back around to Keller. Dying second to the power play. Cooley to Keller. Takes the
Oh,
return.
what a play. What a save again.
Now fed back. Thompson, a shot.
Thompson, that save. My goodness, the Swiss goaltender.
Fires and Giannone makes the save.
Giannone is on fire. He made like 6 saves in that one sequence.
4 shots.
If Switzerland wins this game, remember that sequence. My goodness. But what I was saying is, I used to be so obsessed with the idea of like spreading my wings and having a bigger niche. I'm so happy that we're able to find such a good community of people who care about the same nerdy, small niche stuff that I care about. It really is great. Very gratifying as a content creator. Put Marner in the title as often as possible. Channel go big boom. I used to do that with Bedard. I'm going to be completely honest. I think I have 3 videos with Bedard in the title. All of them were way higher than my views usually were at that stage.
The draw. Here's Berchi with it.
Frederick Nietzsche, you have been chosen as the historical figure for this stream. Oh boy.
Each team had a power play. There is no score after the opening 20 minutes of the gold medal game of the 2025
All right, boys.
World Hockey Championship.
Y'all ready for this? Let me mute this for a bit. We'll go to the gaming stuff now. We either need to vote. You know what? I'm actually going to make this a poll. Start a poll. Do we listen to the Hockey Sun? Yes or no? Ask AI. So the purpose of this poll is to see if we're going to be talking about Friedrich Nietzsche. I'm probably butchering that name. I actually studied him in high school. I just completely forgot all about him. Do we go with that as our historical figure, our token historical figure for the stream? Or do we ask human or not what its favorite historical figure for the stream is? In the meantime, let's do a quick round of Would You Rather as you guys continue to vote. Oh, we're 50-50 right now. My goodness, boys. All right, would you rather have your spouse pick for you arranged marriage, baby? Let's go. Or have your permanent career picked for you? Hoo-wee! Easy choice. Oops, I actually clicked that too fast. So I wasn't able to see if most people agreed with me there. Anyways, would you rather have a medieval house or have a modern house? What do you think, boys? I live in the West Coast, and a lot of people in the West Coast go way too far in the direction of modern that it makes me want to choose medieval. You guys like that? ASMR. You guys ready for this? 1 second. Welcome to the ringside ASMR. Sorry about that. Oh my God, I almost broke my stand. 1 second. My microphone stand is tweaking. Medieval houses or castle? No, medieval house, man. You think we're building a castle? With 551 subscribers, you think we're building a castle? Get out of here. It's going to be like a medieval hut. Would you rather have a medieval hut or a modern house? Or like, you know those Elon Musk mini houses? Those tiny houses? Those are the 2 options. I'm changing the choices. Would you rather have like a low-end house from the medieval times, or would you rather have one of those cringy mini houses from the modern era? Cookie B says medieval, get a nice walk every time you got to use the bathroom. That's actually something I didn't even think about. What about sewage? Did we have good sewage during the medieval times? Where are the historical figures in the chat? Let me phone a friend. Friedrich Nietzsche. Do you have the answer to that? Oh my God, I just butchered that. Josh says medieval probably has lots of mold, which is horrible to breathe. Listen to Tim Thomas on OT podcast with Gino Reed. Well, you're really thinking about the details. Let me just say this. I live in a modern house. I mean, technically it's a townhouse, but I can assure you my modern house also has mold. I assure you. I promise you. It also has a leaky ceiling. So if you ever hear a shower behind me, it's not that I'm stepping into the shower while live streaming. It's just that my ceiling is giving in again. Old World Hockey said apparently they built those castles in the 1800s with horse and carts in a year. Is that factually correct? Why is that not talked about as one of the wonders of the world? I mean, the Egyptian pyramids are mid. A year to build those houses with that level of architecture? That's ridiculous. Second City, we have to be realistic here. This is not a noble house, okay? I wouldn't say peasant house. That just sounds like I'm being demeaning, but modern, you know what? Modern houses have less mold. They're probably safer. They have less asbestos. Not that medieval houses have asbestos, but I'm sure medieval houses you can probably find some lead in them and some nasty chemicals and things like that. So you know what? For this one, I'm gonna go with Josh. All right, we're gonna go with the modern house. How's the poll doing, by the way? Yes, take that, the Hockey Sun. Oh, the Hockey Sun says no. Most medieval houses did not have indoor plumbing as we understand it today. So Cookie B was correct. You would need to have a nice walk away to the disease cesspool every time you wanted to do a dookie. That's a big no for me. I'm glad we chose the modern option. All right. Would you rather have front row seats to any event you attend? Hot take. A lot of sports events are not better from the front seat. A lot of sports events are better from the edge of the 100 level or beginning of the 200 level, not from the front seats. So I didn't even read the second option. I'm already leaning towards the other option because assuming that you only have the front row seats and you don't have the option of going behind you, that isn't as glamorous as it seems. Anyways, would you rather always have front row seats to any event you attend? Probably not. Or always have exclusive backstage pass? Easy. 72%. This is the easiest one of my life, man. You get to meet any person backstage. You get to have the VIP experience. Why would you? I would rather have the VIP experience and be able to see the entire ice from the 200 level in a hockey game. I'd rather have that. That's the easiest choice ever. This game fell off. That's so easy. Would you rather have no hair anywhere or have never-ending growing hair? This is so bad, but one of my patients, I've never seen somebody that gifted with hair, man. And he always barely wears any clothes. He's always shirtless. Woo! He's an amazing guy, though. Really nice guy, really positive guy. A lot of tough medical stuff happening with him, but he's the most positive guy. Constantly in excruciating pain and one of the least drug-seeking people I've ever met. Can you shave? Yeah, you can shave, but it'll just grow right back. Have you ever seen any werewolf movie? You think they haven't thought of shaving? I'm just kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. Cookie B says no hair for sure. Just use body wash everywhere. Oh my goodness. Cookie B's bringing the fire in the chat. I didn't even think about that. Think about saving money, not just with shampoo. You could use body wash everywhere. You would save on shampoo, and shampoo tends to be more expensive. Not only that, you never have to, bald people don't really have to care about, getting ready in the morning. You show up and you look like you're ready. The equivalent of having combed hair as a bald person is just waking up. You don't have to get ready. You don't have to shampoo your hair. You save money. You save time because your showers are less long because you don't have to shampoo your hair and wait for it to set and put conditioner and put a hair mask. You don't have to do any of that. This is a money-saving technique. No wonder Andrew Tate is bald because it's totally by choice. No wonder Andrew Tate is... What the heck is this? This is what he looked like in 2016? Oh my God. Anyways, no wonder Andrew Tate is bald. It's totally not by choice. But yeah, this is easy. It would suck to not have eyebrows and eyelash. But honestly, you could pull it off. You would be a sick villain in any Batman movie. You would be instantly cast as Victor Zsasz in every Batman movie, and you can make a fortune out of that. To me, this is not even close. The Romanian general, hell yeah, baby. Old World Hockey says, Harry, sell your hair to make wigs for the Baldies. Yeah, but I mean, I don't. Maybe it's because I have different aspirations for my career. You could that's definitely a money making technique. You look at Tyler Bertuzzi every year; he cuts his hair short and donates his hair to people, to kids who aren't able to grow their hair for cancer or for whatever other reason. I think that's very respectable. But in terms of making it a career, I think you may struggle to do that, especially if you're known as the hairy werewolf looking ass who just grows hair everywhere. So I think for this case, I would rather have no hair anywhere. I would be efficient. I would be aerodynamic. I would be one of the best swimmers. I mean, the reason I'm not a good swimmer right now is not because I'm a fat ass. It's because I have too much hair, clearly. So I'd rather have no hair anywhere. 55% of people are smart like us, baby. Let's go. Would you rather be married forever or be single forever? What type of stupid question is this? Would you rather have a best friend and a companion or be a lonely loser? Would you rather have a life and a job or be a Reddit mod forever? No, what? Be married forever. This should be 100%. 27% of you are stupid and have never met somebody who you could possibly be interested in. What a stupid question. Exactly, the hockey son. This implies we have a choice. Bunch of virgins in chat talking about, oh, I'd rather be single forever. No way. Wait, but is it a happy marriage? Second City Sports, you have to be married forever. So even if you get a divorce, you would instantly marry somebody else. You take your luck with that option, man. Some people have had toxic relationships. I understand that. But being single forever, like, okay, I think I'm being a little bit insensitive here. Some people have had toxic relationships, and I understand that. But you should know that there's somebody out there who would not be a piece of, you know what, a piece of work with you. And if you're married forever, the chances of you finding the one are way higher. Think about it that way. If you're guaranteed to be married forever, the chances of you having a compatible relationship with that person is extremely high. Versus being single forever, I don't know. It just seems like a miserable life to me. I'd say getting divorced is against the rules. Ooh. Then just marry a second wife. The loophole general is back at it again. The hockey son. Yeah, if getting divorced is against the rules, then just marry somebody else. Anyways, travel anywhere, but would you rather travel anywhere but never stay in one place for more than a week? Or travel and stay in one place forever but live in luxury? Wait, okay. Travel anywhere but never stay in one place for more than a week. That sounds like the ideal life. Or travel and stay in one place forever. But isn't this just living in one place? What's the relevance of the word travel here? I mean, travel and stay in one place forever. If you're staying in one place forever, you're not traveling. Am I stupid? Oh, Alex is in the chat. Welcome in, bro. Well, welcome in, bro. How's it going? Good to see you. OG Ringside General fan right there. Cookie B says travel anywhere. Cookie Bees has some good ideas so far, so let me read this. Cookie Bee says travel anywhere. You could just hop to the next town 20 minutes away. I think the problem with that is, first of all, who's paying for this? Again, this is kind of the same sentiment that the hockey son had with the previous question. This question is implying that it's a choice. Who is paying for all this travel? If the assumption is that travel is completely free, then I would travel anywhere but not stay in one place for more than a week. If the assumption is that the luxury is being paid for, but you stay in one place forever, well, I'm a hermit crab anyways. And I imagine most people here are as well, because let's be honest, we're sitting glued to our computers Sunday at 2 p.m. So we're probably kind of introverted, no? So from that perspective, the second option. The person who made the question can pay. Exactly, yeah. You know what? I might go against the grain here. I know a lot of people are choosing luxury. If someone else is paying for my travel, imagine being 40 years old and having traveled everywhere that you ever wanted to go in your entire life. It would suck when you're like 65 years old to still not be able to stay in one place for more than a week. And that would make me want to choose this. But just the experience of being able to travel everywhere in the world makes me want to choose this one. So I'm going to do an executive decision. The Hockey Sun says, I also feel like travel has the restriction that you can't return to some place you've been. Yeah, that's fair. Just go place to place. I mean, I'm young enough to enjoy that idea right now. I know it would backfire when I'm a little bit older. So again, that's the trade-off. Josh says the problem with a lot of these questions, it's interruption, and people will have follow-ups like if this or that, I would, if everything else is... Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, there are a lot of questions about this. Because so many people chose luxury, I'm going to acquiesce and I'll just pick the luxury option. Because it seems safe. When you're 80 years old, you're not going to be wanting to hop from house to house every single week. So I'd rather just live in luxury. Wow, that's a pretty significant majority who agree with you guys. Would you rather improve your physical health by 50% or improve your mental health by 50%? We're all boys. What is mental health even? What? Physical health. I want to be macho. Remember, I'm trying to become a bald swimmer. I have to improve my physical health by 50%, by 500% to reach those goals. Physical. Josh is... You know, I'm not even going to make jokes about this. You're going to end up somewhere like Gaza, Ukraine, or New York. Why'd you put New York in that sentence? That's diabolical. Or Old World Hockey was like, you're going to end up somewhere like Gaza, Ukraine, or New York with the travel. Why is New York in that list? What? Well, let me just put it this way. I'm very thankful. I'm going to take the high road here because I understand I shouldn't make too many jokes about people struggling with mental health. I'm in a very fortunate position where my mental health is in a very good place. So for me personally, I would choose this option. Is that fair? Second City also makes a really good point. I'd like to lose some weight, which would in turn help my mental health. That's actually been proven. There have been studies that show that exercise improves your mental health. And the process of improving your physical health would be through exercise, and that would improve your mental health. So that's a nice little loophole over there. The Hockey Sun, that's also a good point. It's easier to raise things like physical health than mental health by just clicking a button. So yeah, I agree. I think there's an argument to go both ways there. Would you rather live in an amusement park? Screw that. Screw kids. Or live in a zoo? Some of you guys belong in a zoo. This is just a lose-lose situation, no? This is the last one. We're going to have to get back to the game after this. Zoo, I hate roller coasters. Nobody's saying that you have to sleep in the roller coaster, buddy. Let me ask you, let me put this. Would you rather own an amusement park but have to live there, or own a zoo but have to live there? Because if you're living in an amusement park and you don't own it, that's kind of weird. So let's just say, for the sake of this argument, would you rather own an amusement park and live in it, or own a zoo and live in it? From that perspective, I'm going amusement park all the way. Amusement parks close at a certain time, and you can get a good night's sleep. Imagine living in a zoo and constantly being worried that some animal's going to have enough, break out of their enclosure, and absolutely maul you to death. I don't think that is even close for me personally. All right, 72%. Let's get back to the actual stream, and we'll get moving again.
There were no world championships in those years.
The opening face-off of the second period is about to happen. Zoo food sucks. I mean, you can slaughter the animals at the zoo, instantly make fresh meat.
That's what we do.
Yeah, Josh, exactly. I don't want to get attacked by a tiger or something. Anyways, we're back for the second period. Clayton Clutch-Keller battling with Siegenthaler behind the net. The Swiss players recover the puck.
Dennis Malgin, who played briefly for Florida and Toronto in the NHL, shoots that dribbles down to Swayman.
And Swayman's able to cover that dribbler from Dennis Malgin.
I think
One of the coolest things about the IIHF is how many names you recognize. Remember Malgin? That blast from the past? He played for a couple teams in the NHL a few years ago.
In 2013, they came here to Stockholm. They had a 9-0 record. Going into the gold medal game, the Swedes beat the Panthers.
Second City, your entire goals are getting canceled. He said someone clipped the voice. The voice clip about slaughtering the animals in the zoo. Am I wrong though? Talk about like exotic meats. You would have a different exotic meat every night if you wanted to. It's your zoo. You own the zoo. You own the animals. At least have some fun with it. Screw veganism.
When the other teams have further room to go.
Let's send the poll. Nazar out there on the ice.
Now Fiala back with the MVP last year. Drops it back to Andrea Glauser. Feeds across to Niederreiter with a shot that goes off Shea. Back to Fiala, who hacked that wide. Bouncing puck at the side of the goal for Peak. He finds Frank Nazar.
Nazar, a nice little touch forward. And now a 3-on-2 for the Americans. Thompson, he misses the net.
That caught Nash. Yeah.
And a late call by the linesman will bring a halt to the proceedings.
Josh says, where are we at with Bedard extension predictions or hopes? I would love to see a 9.8 Crosby vibes with Crosby doing 8.7. My hot take is it really depends on the season.
He had time to lean on it, and he sailed it way over the net.
44 goals this year for Tage Thompson.
Six Flags has a lot of stuff for non-ride foods. Huh, interesting. What are the best things at Six Flags? I've never gone to Six Flags since I was an absolute fetus because I don't like roller coasters either. I'm like Second City Sports. We're both little softies, right? Second City?
And here in Stockholm.
Little soft boys, little jiggly boys. I don't like roller coasters either.
Also showing could play both center and wing.
So I haven't gone to Six Flags. I've gone to Universal. I've gone to Universal twice. I've gone to Epcot Center twice. I've gone to Disney, whatever the one was in Orlando once.
Back in by cutter coach Jay Giannone out
Obviously, the one in California is on my bucket list because I live in California, but I've never been to Six Flags since I was really young.
Bora trying to work that free. Picked up by Moy. Marty.
Nick, that's a pretty interesting guess because if he does 8 years, I would expect it to be in the $10 million to $11 million range. I think that's fair. I would love for it to be 9.8, but if he's going 8 years and he's accepting being an unrestricted free agent when he's what? Late 20s.
I almost thought I heard a tick on Jaeger's stick, but
he looks back at the official, but icing's the call.
That's what Siegenthaler is saying. You can hear it.
All right, Second City, I'm not that soft. No, I'm just kidding. Second City said, I used to hate even going on planes. I'm better now, but I didn't like the feeling of gaining altitude with my back to the ground. That's fair. I don't like roller coasters, not because I'm scared or like anything like that. It's just because I get motion sickness. I don't usually get motion sickness. I just get motion sickness on roller coasters. By the way, roller coasters from a medical point of view actually low-key pretty dangerous. Especially if you feel woozy after, don't go on them. This is not medical advice. I'm just giving you a heads up that if you feel nauseous after a roller coaster, it's because your head is going through absolute hell. And that's not healthy. Swayman with a nice save.
How about that curl and go by Kukan? He's getting pressure by
Hockey-san, have you only gone to, what's it, Great America? Is that the Six Flags in Chicago? Have you been to multiple Six Flags or just the one?
Rush play. That flicker had a little Phil Kessel in it. Oh, drag and pull to Damien Riat.
I like the way you think, Josh. 8 times 9.8 and slip an envelope in his pocket in the back room with some extra money. I wish that's how it worked.
And also won the Champions League this year.
St. Louis Six Flags as well, huh? Interesting. Maybe I can hit up Six Flags. I wonder if it's worth hitting up a place like Six Flags if you're not going to go on roller coasters. Timo Meier, a long shot, and that was a big rebound that was controlled well by Kesselring.
Buys some time in the corner, moves back out. Meyer throws it towards the goal. Tip wide.
Timo Meier, another chance that's deflected wide by Malgin.
Malgin trying to reach it, and Nazar back with
Here comes Frank Nazar dancing his way through the neutral zone. to the middle of the ice.
Pass to Beniers moving in.
Matty Beniers takes a high shot. Why is he stumbling?
Jonas Moser, the Tampa Bay Lightning up for
JJ Moser up ahead, and that's deflected in. And that's icing. Ooh, I like that call, buddy. As an American, I really like that call. Let me take a sip of water.
Halfway through the game,
Make sure you stay hydrated, boys.
but you can feel the tension building. Right. There's so little space for either side out there.
All right, boys, be honest. How disgusting are my drinking sounds? Because I'll be honest with you guys. I intentionally move my microphone close to my mouth when I drink just to make you guys bothered. How bad is it really? Ooh, the water park. I haven't even thought about that. I'm a big fan of like everything that has anything to do with water. So I feel like I'm going to do that. I love San Diego for that reason because there's a ton of water activities over there. Jet boats, speed boats, things like that. Jet skis.
Amazing how guys just shake off all those shots.
You haven't even noticed it? All right, well, let me try a little harder this time.
Off the face-off. O'Connor can't reach it. Brought up by Niederreiter.
How about now?
Pumps that back in. Fiala's got a tag back up. He's arguing with the linesman. And here is
Oh, you like this St. Louis Six Flags better? Blues fan, everybody come get him. We found the Blues fan in the chat. Roast him, chat. But yeah, that makes sense. I don't like amusement parks that are too crowded. One of my best investments ever was Universal Studios because I went there as an adult and I have less patience now than I did as a kid. One of my best investments was buying this speed pass or whatever they call it, the thing that costs double the amount of money, because I was able to skip every line and experience the entire theme park instead of just being limited to long lines. So I can completely see that. ASMR watch along. Damn right. How's the audio, by the way? Let me know. Let me know how the audio is holding up. If you need me to adjust anything, let me know. Are you guys actually able to follow along with the audio? Because if you guys want, I can shut up a little bit more than I am right now. Cut down a little bit on the yapping general vibe. Here comes Shane Pinto. Straight up the middle. Lacombe, and that's a good save. A lot of perimeter hockey for the Americans, and that's kind of surprising because most of their players are middle driven. But a lot of like going to the middle and then passing it to the outside for chances instead of trying to attack the middle of the ice. Switzerland's doing a really good job protecting that middle.
He has an offensive side to his game.
How can I watch on TV? What channel? Good question, Kirk. It's on NHL Network and it's on TSN. So if you have either one of those two, you are gold. Josh says, my brother is a Blues fan. My dad grew up a huge Bobby Hull fan and called my brother Brett after Bobby's son. Wow. How did you become a Blackhawks fan then? Or are you a Blackhawks fan? Of course, Kirk, my pleasure. Oh, Will Smith! Wide open, and what a save by Giannoni again. One of very few point-blank chances for the Americans. Shane Pinto, Cutter Gauthier, a long shot, and that's saved. And that's clear from the zone.
Shea fires it back in. Now Glauser. Finds Meyer inside the American zone. In comes Timo Meyer. Knocked off the puck by Vlasic.
Alex Vlasic with a nice little takeaway. For those of you waiting for that. Thompson and Nazar up ahead. Nazar kind of got lost there, but nice little play by Thompson, and here comes the switch the other way. Uh-oh, Vlasic. Woo! Thank God for Kesselring. Vlasic almost got burned there.
It's been a physical game to the surprise of nobody. You don't become an excellent defensive team, which both of these clubs are, without being physical.
Nice physical game, too. Josh says, I was a Gretzky fan. Dad bought me a Kings Gretzky. Oh! I can't talk. Dad bought me a Kings Gretzky jersey after he was traded in '96. I switched to Chicago during the Ronick Amante Chelios era. Oh.
Comes Malgin. Across he goes to Fiala, busting in. The Swiss are changing after the icing.
What was your first Hawks jersey then? That's a really interesting story.
Leaves that back for Ambul. Back to Fiala.
Because I live in LA. A lot of Gretzky fans here.
Fiala back down to Ambul.
I feel like the golden child for LA is Anze Kopitar. Like if you go to a game, you'll see a ton of Doughty in the Kopitar. Nazar breakaway, penalty shot. Penalty shot! Frank Nazar!
Penalty, and now any American can take the shot.
Oh my God, let Frank Nazar take the shot. These are different rules.
Team Switzerland, number 45, minor penalty hooking. Penalty shot awarded.
Frank Nazar draws a penalty shot. Look at that speed. That's what you're going to be used to as a Blackhawks fan over the next several seasons. He gets slashed right in the hands.
The leverage on the hip into the hands.
Oh.
Ryan Warsofsky's asking the question here, who can we use?
And Nazar is getting called back to the bench.
Nazar.
So the first question was, does that use someone on the ice? The answer is no, it can be anyone.
Nazar is getting the call. How about this? I like Nazar's attitude. I earned it.
I want to take the shot.
Oh my God, Nazar's going to take the penalty shot, guys. Guys, lock the frick in. Frank Nazar.
Chance for the U.S. to take the lead.
Oh no, never mind. Connor Garland, screw this guy.
Connor Garland on the penalty shot.
They should have let Nazar take it. But anyways, this is basically Nazar's goal if it goes in. Here's Garland. Saved. You should have let Nazar take it. This is why the San Jose Sharks are going nowhere. Ryan Warsofsky, you dumbass. Let Nazar take it, man. You saw him at the end of the season, how he was cooking on breakaways and penalty shots, and this is what you do. When he gives you a penalty shot, let him take it. Why would Frank not get it? It's ridiculous. Warsofsky, you were an absolute fraud. No wonder the Sharks finished last in the NHL every season. What a joke. I hope Michael Misa's a bust after you guys draft him too. And I hope Salbrini has a worse sophomore slump than Bedard does. Screw this, man.
I went out and took it, and I probably shouldn't have, because it was on me. I managed to score, so I'm telling the story. But
oh my God. Nazar draw. Oh, that's so stupid. Honestly, take away that rule on the international stage. Whoever draws a penalty shot should take it, man.
The U.S. is leading.
Nazar clearly wanted to take it too, and that's a crazy thing. He stepped onto the ice and took charge, and then they called him off the ice when he was going through his pre-penalty shot routine and put Connor Garland in to shoot it right into the pad of the Swiss goaltender. That's ridiculous.
You have numbers from the NHL and college and wherever else.
Yeah, I hate that rule in soccer. You know what? We'll talk about that in a bit, because here comes the Switzerland.
Dribbles down and knocked away by Werenski.
Here come the Swiss.
More than 9:27 in this period. Remember, he took a penalty.
No, he's not hurt. It's just IIHF rules is that if your team is rewarded a penalty shot, you get to choose who takes it. It's different than the NHL rules. Oh my God, I'm definitely not going to be able to record. My voice is already going. Dang it. Horrible pass by Werenski. Here comes Dean Kukan. Oh, I don't know why nobody came in support. Oh, they're going for a line change there. Frank Villenark, absolutely, he should.
Moya's blocked, now Glauser. Side of goal, Schmidt with a jam play. Swayman down, loose puck goes to Keller, who knocks that away.
Man, the pattern of play at the IIHF level is so different. Everything just seems so slow.
Glauser gloves it down. And Glauser hammers it back down to the American zone. Cooley for Gauthier.
Here comes Cutter. Oh, why is Will Smith going to the front post instead of the slot? Will Smith had a weird game. I hate to nitpick. Cutter Gauthier has been active. Cutter Gauthier again, a tight angle shot, and that's saved.
That was chopped down by Will Smith, but with a high stick.
And then Will Smith knocks it down with a high stick. Will Smith's had a weird game. A little bit scared to be in the middle of the ice against this physical competition. Josh says, just skate around the whole team and get another breakaway. That's all he has to do. Yeah, and it sounds pretty easy. I mean, Josh, you and I are gonna do that. Like, we're just training for that level, right?
Right this second, at some drive-through somewhere.
Scott is in the chat. Hey, what's up, Scott? Hey, Panger. I'm not Panger, but anyways. I'm a 60-year-old diehard Hawks fan since I was 12. Oh my God, excellent. Tony O's rookie year. That's all I remember. Oh,
Better soda.
I am not Panger, buddy. I apologize. Good to see you in the chat, though.
It's a drive-through, not a confession booth. Show up a poppy, please.
Josh says Nazar gets so many breakaways. I predict he'll lead the Hawks in breakaways next year. His style of play, especially his burst of speed, is really conducive to getting those breakaways. So, absolutely. And he's also very middle driven. Jeff Blashill is going to immediately be one of the most middle driven coaches in the entire NHL. He does not like using the perimeters of the ice. A lot of his coaching style is dividing the rink, the width of the rink into smaller pieces and only playing in those parts. He's addicted to like close support and triangle support and things like that. So that really is going to be conducive to success with the way Frank Nazar plays. Darren Pang? Is Darren Pang in the chat? I don't think so. Maybe I sound a little bit like Darren Pang. Oh, Nazar with a little hit.
Malgin up ahead for Meyer. Knocked down by Marty. Back ahead for Timo Meyer. So is that towards the goal? Swayman swatted that away.
This is a really tightly fought game so far, man. We're more than halfway. We're coming up to halfway through now. Still 0-0. A lot of defense, a lot of physicality. Here comes Nazar. I'll read that in a bit. Over to Tage Thompson, dancing in, but that's taken away. Retrieved by Beniers. Nazar. Vlasic and Nazar on the ice at the same time. Here comes Matty Beniers. And that just goes wide. Vlasic keeps the puck in. Back to Frank. Tage Thompson shoots, and that's an easy save.
Leonardo Giannoni has been so sharp in this game.
Yeah, Giannoni's been unbelievable. I agree with that.
Really good one. Logan Cooley as well in the power play. Keller, and he is reading the play so quickly, including the penalty shot where
Scott says, sorry, talk to text misunderstood me. Don't worry, brother. Don't worry.
Not because he's so fast, but because he reads it so well.
The Hockey Sun says, since we were sharing Panger stories, I once made awkward eye contact with him at a Hawks warm-up skate. I waved and he waved back, but as a grown man, maybe that was a bad choice. I love the self-awareness, brother.
Whether it's a pass attempt or a stick handle across,
I can just imagine how you looked waving. You probably looked so excited. Oh my God, Panger noticed me. That's probably you.
Swiss have lost their ability to pass the puck on their own end. It's defend and flip, defend and ice.
You guys can still hear everything, right? My laptop just died, so.
Break up plays and move them out in control.
Let me make sure it's muted.
Garland wins that face-off, but it bounces by Vlasic and back down to the American zone. Alex Vlasic.
I'm going to rest my voice a little bit, just so you guys can hear the commentary.
For the Chicago Blackhawks in the NHL. He'll have a new coach when he gets back in Jeff Blashill.
They're talking about Blashill.
Former head coach of Team USA at the World Championship. Pass snap rink wide by Niederreiter for Moser. As Moser flips that wide of the goal. Fiala back on it. Looks down to Ambiol. This pass picked off by Kessel.
Ambiol, the 41-year-old legend for Switzerland, just dispossessed of the puck. You probably spilled your drink on it. I am very protective of my drinks. Thank you very much. You want to hear it? You want proof, old world hockey? You want proof? Take this.
Someone has to go out, especially in the second period, and hang on the far side of the ice. Just so that stretch pass until the
that's my drink, baby.
jump off.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to double down. I'm going to drink some tea as well. My tea's cold now, but it's okay. There you go. You asked for it, old world hockey. Don't act like you're not getting a little bit tingly with my ASMR. Anyways, here's Zach Werenski. Oh, why is Zach Werenski so bad with these clearances today? Anyways, the USA takes it back either way. Offside.
It is worth noting, Switzerland lost Nico Hischier.
Josh says, I was a teen when Ambio started pro. Oh my goodness. He was on those teams with Vaughn. Oh my goodness.
What a difference Hischier could make in a game like this.
You're making me feel young, and I really do appreciate that.
That's a helpless feeling.
Hockeyson says, I kind of feel bad for all the players and people who are hounded for things at the warm-up skate. I was just trying to communicate cool to see you instead of just being someone begging for the puck. Yeah, nobody here believes you. Please, Panger, I'm a big fan. Give me a puck. That's literally you. I think that's why people on that side have a glazed look on their face during warm-ups. Yeah, you know what? That actually makes sense. Some people just want to enjoy a hockey game from ice level, and I respect that.
Third attempt knocked down by Siegenthaler. That's broken up by Asimov. And Siegenthaler plays it back in.
Oh.
As the midway point of the second period, still no score. Shots are 19-16.
Look at the way Switzerland's defending the middle of the ice.
Lead pass to O'Connor.
Look at the positioning. All of them are within 5 to 10, like 5 feet of each other, maximum, at any given point, clogging the middle of the ice. And keep in mind, this is wider ice than is played in the NHL as well, making that even more impressive. They're playing a tremendous defensive game.
Shea. The peak lead pass for Gauthier winding in. Cutter Gauthier, a shot that goes wide.
He shoots everything. He's got a
Cutter Gautier's been really, he's been arguably the best USA player so far. Sven Berchi, easy save.
Still no score in the gold medal game here in Stockholm.
Josh says, I'm 40, 1 year younger than Ambio. I like how pro players are older than me. Makes me not feel as old. Hey. 40, first of all, 40 is not old. And you really shouldn't be looking at professional athletes as a standard for being old, because they're in the absolute physical prime of their lives. 40 is not old.
You're good. You're good.
There's somebody in my class who's 68 and is still in medical school. 40 is not old. Win it for Ambio. Do you have a Switzerland fan in the chat?
While you sleep?
Someone play Free Bird.
Refreshed for a more productive day. Get 24-hour continuous.
Ooh, we have a draft question. Let me lock in for a second. You know what? I need a Celsius for this question. Give me a second. This one goes out for you, Old World Hockey. Ready for this?
QX80, a 450 horsepower twin turbo beast of luxury.
There you go.
Infinity during the once in a springtime event. We won't raise
Gup Daddy says, if the Hawks want to trade up from 25 overall and willing to give up 1 or 2 of their second-round picks, how high do you think they could trade up? Not very far. If you want to trade up for that second tier of players, guys like Jake O'Brien, guys like Roger McQueen, guys like Victor Eklund and Anton Frandel, if you want to trade up for another one of those guys, you're going to need to give up some serious assets. Oh, you're Finnish and you're rooting for Switzerland. Welcome. Do you live in Finland? Also, how do I pronounce your name? I don't want to butcher your name. Is it Nunuk? Nunich? How do I pronounce your name? And also, do you know of a YouTube channel called Pongfinity? I'm a huge fan of them, so I'm just curious. Welcome in from Finland. If you're in Finland, that's so cool. That's awesome. It's so cool that I may be tempted to root for Switzerland, but no. Play Free Bird, baby.
Has done a really good job of supporting in their own end, so that there aren't big gaps.
But Gup Daddy, to be more specific, I would say the late teens. I don't think you would trade up that far with only a couple seconds. You would have to throw in 1 or 2 firsts and a B prospect to start to go into the top 10.
Ring around the glass is that on this bench, this ring, the glass stops at the top of the circle. Right. The benches are so.
The Hockeyson said, I low-key think the Hawks should move up 2 spots in a trade with the Islanders, just like last year. Yeah, if they can pull that off, sure.
Games opposed to 18 in the NHL. Face off, one back to Glauser to Moser. Fiala with a shot.
I'll answer that question in a second, Josh. But Okay, whistle once. Josh asks, what do we think the Hawks are going to do at 25 and 34? I wouldn't be surprised to see them move some picks around that area. I've seen it hasn't basically seen much difference from 12 to 30 in the mocks. Sorry, excuse me. Give me a second. I need to drink some water.
Coming on his weaker side, the righty.
Well, to answer that question, if we're using last year as a blueprint, it's going to be quality over quantity. I mean, even before the draft, Kyle Davidson traded up big time and moved up with those picks. So I would expect him to do the exact same thing, maybe even more aggressively this year. So I would be, I'm not going to say I would be surprised if the Blackhawks stay at 25, but I think it's almost a 50-50 chance they try to trade up from that pick. Nunuk, okay. Perfect, welcome in, buddy.
It's a scoreless game. It's a gold medal game.
Welcome from Finland. That's crazy.
You know, any mistake could be the only one that's...
Yeah, Nestor. It's funny because Nestor is the kind of guy that every single fan base from like 15 to the Blackhawks at 25 all like so much. I would be marginally surprised, given how pro-ready and how big of a frame he is, if he lasts at 25. I'll be honest. And we're going to have the same narratives that we had around Sasha Boisvert last year, where if the Blackhawks trade up for Nestor, you're going to have some of those same meatballs. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Who are going to be like, oh, you could have gotten Nestor at 25. Why did you trade up for him? I don't think Nestor's lasting until 25.
Against Team USA, the defensive zone face-offs are piling up.
Well, they got their two redwoods out there on defense.
If they trade up to like 17 or 18 for Nestor, I'd be thrilled.
6'5", Vlasic 6'6". It's a lot of ground cover between those two rangy defensemen, and both surprisingly good skaters for the size.
Nick says, I don't think it's worth moving up for Misa. Have to give up too much capital. I mean, yeah, it depends on what you're giving up, but Misa in this Blackhawks lineup would be phenomenal.
To the lineman, not up. Played back in by Fora. Kessel Ring puts that over the head of Rhea to back down the ice.
The Kessel Ring with the worst icing I've ever seen.
This before. The face-off going back down to the American zone.
It's not like the U.S. are winning the face-offs every single time this happens. They're 50-50 on them. Looks like it's another crack at it.
Alex Vlasic up ahead. Connor Garland, oh my God, tries to dump it in diagonally, and that's easily taken away by Switzerland. Again, they're clogging the middle of the ice. Doing a great job defensively are the Swiss players. Look at how perimeter the USA is playing.
Back down to the Swiss zone, and Logan Cooley makes his way off slowly. Siegenthaler. Left side to the American line, bounces off Schmidt, played back in by Jaeger. The Swiss have to tag up. Werenski fires it back down, gets by Giannone. McCarron back on it. Michael McCarron. O'Connor plays it back around. Werenski holds the line and feeds that back in deep. Siegenthaler shot up by O'Connor. Now Berchi chops at it, but the wall was sealed by Lacombe.
Oh, was that a trip? Oh, what a play by Jackson Lacombe. Over to Zach Werenski, shoots! And that's blocked by traffic in front. The Americans finally putting on some pressure. The puck evades. Is that Cutter Gauthier? No, I'm sorry. It's McCarron and Drew O'Connor. It's a fourth line shift. Werenski drops it off to Lacombe. Lacombe, oh, a broken stick out in front. The Americans still in possession of the puck. Jackson Lacombe over to Cutter Gauthier. Werenski back to Gauthier. A long shot.
And Will Smith back with it.
Will Smith now. Oh my goodness, Will Smith, you suck. This dude sucks. Why is he playing so soft? Is this how he usually plays for San Jose? And this is the guy you think is better than Frank Nazar? He's having a howler this game. He just carried the puck out of the zone. After like 2 minutes of offensive zone time for the Americans.
Ambule back on it. Picked up by Smith. Drops it back to Thompson. Thompson shoots. And Giannone got just a piece of that.
Josh says, I hope with the second pick, it's a 6'2" guy like Lakovich, McQueen, Bear, Spence. Oh my God, I would love Bear. He would be drafted way higher than he's going to be drafted if it wasn't for that injury. And it comes in terms of like injury. Oh, hold up. Here come the Swits. I thought that was offside, but it's okay.
Back around to Ambule.
Anyways, it's in the corner. I think Carter Bear is going to fall way beyond where he should based on the injury. And if I was to draft somebody with like injury concerns with the second pick, I would feel much more comfortable with Carter Bear than, let's just say, Roger McQueen, where he's likely to be drafted. I think Roger McQueen will be a top 10 pick, and that's a significant risk. If McQueen falls into the 15-ish range, trade up for him. He's too talented for that.
Out to center ice for Andrighetto, a bouncing puck knocked away by Vlasic.
Even if his floor is pretty low with the injury concerns.
Pass from Gauthier. Chips it back down to the Swiss zone as Kesselring goes after it. Meyer intercepted that pass, but it's picked off by Beniers.
I think, oh, here comes Nazar behind the net. Oh, he just loses the puck.
Held to the line by Vlasic. Takes the return pass from Beniers.
Vlasic now, dancing. Oh, that was a dangerous little shot there, but Giannone is able to deal with it.
Feeds that back. Frank Nazar drops it back. Lacombe winds and shoots. That goes off the foot of Meyer. High off the glass. The puck's still in play.
Giannone, another big save on Nazar.
That was out.
Sorry, on Nazar after he finds Lacombe.
Move back to center ice. Malgin.
Here's Dennis Malgin.
Andrighetto. Andrighetto shoots. And that goes wide. All the way back down to the Swiss zone. Siegenthaler. Up ahead for Jaeger. Pirouettes into the American zone. Take that back across.
Nunuk says, I still remember when we, Finland, won our first World Hockey Championship back in 1995. Whole country went absolutely crazy. And just like the Swiss, we had lost the final a year earlier. Ooh, a little foreshadowing there. I like it. That's the one small part of me that doesn't like how aggressive NHL teams are starting to take tournaments like this, because the storylines around a team like Finland and Denmark and Switzerland winning a tournament like this matters way more than a team like America winning a tournament like this. With that being said, I am American, so I'm still rooting for America. But that's not to say that I don't appreciate the beauty of a team like Finland winning it all in a tournament like this.
Moser up to center ice for Bergiu. Backhands it back down to the American zone. Long time between whistles here.
Yeah, Second City Sports, you might have to call a gambling number, buddy.
And Shea. Up ahead to O'Connor.
Here comes Logan O'Connor. Asimon now. Back behind the net. O'Connor bounces off his own teammate, Mike McCarron.
Stick is still out there. Here's Andrew Peak. Shoots, tipped in front.
Oh my God, that tip just went just wide. McCarron almost tipped that home for the opening goal of this game. Oh my goodness, his fourth line is cooking. Let them cook. But they're just unable to stuff it home.
Sandro Schmidt moves back in. Peak took that away. Moves it back ahead to Asimov. Walks it and fires, and Giannone makes the stop leaning.
Oh my God, I thought that went in for a second, but no, Giannone made another save on Asimov. This fourth line is cooking. Other than Gauthier, who's been dynamic all game, this fourth line is arguably the best line on the entire team.
Well, well-timed check can save a game.
I mean, I think Will Smith has been terrible in this game. Maybe I'm biased, but he's been really bad in this game. The second line, Nazar and Tage Thompson have been very noticeable. First line, I mean, the fourth line has been just as impactful. So, I mean,
talk with your doctor about your risk factors.
And about available
Josh says Davidson needs to get his guy, and if the list is getting thin, move up and get your guy in the top 20. That's exactly what he did last year. I think there are a lot of valid criticisms of Kyle Davidson, but being too passive is just not one of them. I'm very comfortable that if there is an opportunity to be aggressive, Kyle Davidson will take that opportunity 100% of the time. That's a part of his mentality that I'm not even worried about.
For only $56.
I got this barbecue smoker for 26 bucks.
Oh my God, Hockey-san, I'm about to ban you.
Go to deal.
I think the Hawks will trade up to 1 to get Frondell. That was revealed to me in a dream. You might need to see a new sidekick, buddy. Fix those dreams up, man. See a sleep doctor. You're making me consider becoming a sleep doctor just to cure you of these nightmares. Ridiculous.
Now we're waiting to see how the story ends. And right now it is very much up
I
to the
wonder
air.
if this throat coat tee actually makes me sing better. Should I start singing? Me and Second City are about to run a duet. You guys ready for this?
Swiss won the first meeting 3-0. Off the face-off, Gauthier plays that back to Lacoma, shot that goes high. And Rigetto. Up for Malgin. In with Meyer. And
Oh, what a hit by Wierenski. Finally doing something positive.
Lacombe.
Jackson, look how... Oh, Will Smith shoots and that's saved. What else is new? Will Smith sucks. Will Smith finally found his way on the outside of the Swiss defense into a 2-on-1, and his shot is easily saved.
Shoots and leg in front. Marty to the line.
Wierenski can't keep it in there. The hockey son says sleep doctor. Bro wants to watch me sleep. That's kind of weird, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, who would blame me for wanting to watch you sleep? Little cutie patootie.
Tips it on Siegenthaler, who stays with him and erases him behind the net. Beniers picks up the loose puck and drops it back. Thompson shoots. Only makes the stop and quickly hangs
Josh, I was thinking of singing Ariana Grande. Are you down for that?
Skirmishes after the whistle. As Giannoni has been sharp. Late in the second period, Will Smith takes the bouncing
Second City, that shit is ridiculous.
The best wheels was going to shoot another one that just catches the top.
Oh my God, you guys need to join the Discord, by the way. Actually, let me use this break and play to put the invite in. Anybody who's not in the
Does have 7 assists in 9 games, so he's been productive.
who's not already in the Discord, come join. Generate new link. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So we're gonna go over here. Oh, Josh is for the youth. He likes Ari. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Penalty coming up on Tage Thompson. A huge mistake. 56 seconds left in the second period. And a huge penalty kill for the Americans. This is what Switzerland can do to you, man. They can grind their way, play fundamentals hockey, and then take advantage on one mistake. This is going to be a huge PK for the Americans. Oh, that's a dive. That's low-key a dive. But it's okay.
Much quality in the second period. They have 8 shots, but not many good chances.
The hockey son, I like your standards. There's only so much French Canadian that I'm willing to tolerate. I like that. Sacha Boisvert is your limit. No more French Canadians allowed on the Blackhawks now, according to the hockey son.
Feeds it to Mulligan. Andrighetto back around for Meyer. To Andrighetto. Feeds that back to Mulligan. In for Andrighetto with Meyer parked in front. Kukan. Fiala. Pivots back.
Man, Kevin Fiala terrifies me in a tournament like this, man. He moves so well on this bigger ice.
Andrighetto to Kukan. Mulligan drops it back. Fiala.
Good block. Good block by Jackson Lacombe. Good block. Starting to get tense now, man. This is a big point in this game. Only 15 seconds left in the second period. What speed by Kukan. Sharp angle shot. He dusted Jackson Lacombe there on that entry. Here's Nazar. A shot. Wow, what a move by Nazar. And that's shrugged off. Nazar! Oh my God, at the horn, a turnaround shot from the slot. That's what makes Nazar so special. He's always moving, finding that dangerous area, and it almost results in a beautiful shorthanded goal. Look at this movement by Nazar. Bang! And what a save there by Giannoni, man. Oh my goodness, this dude is insane. Look at it. Little stick check, gathered the puck, turns around, and tries to stuff his 5-hole. Look at that move by Nazar. Frank is great, man. That's an understatement, dude. My goodness, he's so good. My goodness, this is going to be a huge third period, man.
The playoffs playoffs are a time to sharpen your focus and get your game face on.
In the playoffs, it's such a vacuum.
All right. You know what time it is, boys?
Game face on.
All right, let's see. Go back to here.
Weekdays 5 Eastern on NHL Network.
What a stupid question. All right, I'll let you guys vote. I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds. Would you rather be a sport champion or be a memory champion? Let me know.
Once again, USA Hockey wins the World Junior Championship.
On sale now at 2026.worldjunior.hockey.
Wow, DraftKings, that's an aggressive offer. Right, Paul Bissonnette?
Yeah, great offer.
Biz? What's with them?
You're a business star! I've watched a lot of hockey from the penalty box, so they make me feel at home.
Those throw pillows don't match!
It's nice to have fans.
New customers turn $5 into $300 if your bet wins. Paid instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
Guys, too far. See you tomorrow, Paul.
The playoffs are a time to sharpen your focus and get your game face on.
In the playoffs, it's such a vacuum and you're so focused.
Get your game face on. NHL Now playoff coverage on NHL Network.
Right this second, at some girls' night somewhere, someone really wants a soda. But that same someone wants a better-for-you drink. You know, that doesn't taste so basic.
Wait, hold up, guys.
What
Can
if
you
there
guys
were a
hear
better
the,
soda?
hear the ad that's happening in the background?
They call me Mommy Poppy.
Okay, wait.
You deserve better. Drink a Poppy. No fakeness here.
All right, volume's too high. My bad.
Major green flag.
My bad. My bad. I'm gonna put it way low now because we'll switch back to the normal. The normal view when the game's actually going on. So I'll just keep it as a lull in the background. My bad. I forgot that you guys can still hear the stream in the background. My bad, boys. All right. Would you rather be a sport champion or be a memory champion? Let me catch up in chat. I was busy losing some calories. And by losing calories, I mean using the bathroom. You got a Nazar Winter Classic jersey for Christmas, Nick? My goodness. This year's Winter Classic jersey was beautiful. All right, you know what? I would rather be a sport champion, especially in a city like Chicago. Are you kidding me? Yeah, most people agree. Would you rather have a head the size of a tennis ball? I mean, already some people in chat have a head the size of a tennis ball, some of these takes, or have a head the size of a watermelon. I feel like a watermelon-sized head is a normal-sized head. I mean, you can get smaller watermelons. This is a no-brainer for me. This is easy. Yeah, how is this even close? What watermelons do you guys have, you GMO-ass watermelons? Most watermelons are the size of a head, roughly. Would you rather travel with a circus or travel with a band? This is the last one, and then we'll do a couple human or not games. All right? Oh, I'm so stupid. I forgot to... Yeah. Would you rather have the volume muted completely or have a little bit of a lull in the background? Let me know. Would you rather travel with a band? I feel like a circus would be more interesting to me personally. Because if you travel with a band, you get to see some freaky stuff, bro. Most bands, they're insane. They get down, if you know what I mean. A lot of clowns with both. You're absolutely right, old world. Yeah, I'm with Josh on this one. I think I'd rather travel with the circus. At least you'd see cool tricks. Wow, most people disagree. My bad. All right, would you rather overspice your food or always have your food taste bland? Would you rather be ethnic or white is the question. Sorry. I'd rather overspice my food. That's easy. You need flavor in your food, man. Who's that dude on YouTube who's always like, if there's no, if the color isn't changed, no flavor was gained. Overseason your food, guys. Seasoning doesn't even, is very negligible calories too. It's a cheat code to make your food taste better. Exactly. Spice your food, man. Would you rather live stream your entire life? Oh, Lord. Hold up.
1 for 2.
1 for 2.
In the
50%.
NHL. 50%.
We'll take it.
There you go.
Decisions aside, it was a pretty good period for the Americans who had more chances than the Swiss. They outshoot them 17-9. What are you seeing on those shots, though, Dave?
Well, what I'm seeing and what Gio's
A
saying,
lot
we're
of
both
perimeter
watching the
shots.
same
Sorry, I'm
thing.
trying to
It's like,
listen in.
guys, somebody get in front of the net. Somebody get in Giannoni's eyes. I mean, he's seeing everything, and when he sees everything, he's stopping it. And you've got to have more traffic. A couple of the best opportunities were when there was some traffic in front. But for the U.S., their opportunities are there. They outshot Switzerland 17-9.
The Hockey Sun, if you live stream, Second City and I will both be there scrutinizing every part of your life. I just want you to know that. In this scenario, where you are operating under that condition, Second City is going to be making scrambled eggs, and his entire life purpose will be scrutinizing everything you do. I just want you to know that.
Teams aren't interested in you unless you're 6'4".
And I'll be eating the scrambled eggs because I'm not talented.
Challenges well. He's got great reflexes.
We're going to be sitting together in a room
so what do you do? Get
with like a big
I go to
widescreen
the front of the net with Mark and he's defending
and
me.
just
Now we've got
scrutinizing
2 guys in
everything
front
you
of
do.
the net. Maybe a third guy comes in. Now you might have 4 in front of the net. U.S. have got to find ways to get in his eyes when they're shooting the puck.
Starting to feel a lot like the gold
You know
medal
what,
game a year
Nunic?
ago when it took a David
Let's find out
Pastrnak
together
goal
who
midway
won
through
the.
third period, and that
Let's
ended
actually
up
do this
being
right
the
now.
difference,
Let's go back
and
to the
we're in this game of which
actual
goalie's gonna
stream.
blink first, Gio, and
One second,
what
where
do
is
you make
this?
of Jeremy Swayman
Where is
so
this?
far?
Where is this?
Yeah, one
Give me a
thing
second.
you look for in a goaltender
There we
when you're a
go.
player
We're
is
going to go
body
to
language
a
and
new
how calm
tab
they
and
look in the
open
net,
this,
how their reads are.
and we will see who won
Swayman has looked great. I mean, he's been
the bronze
squaring
medal
the puck
game.
all night. He
Where is
doesn't look
this?
like he's fighting. Like there's a
Where
really
is
good
this
rebound
one?
save there.
25.
But he's not overreacting to the puck. He's not
Yeah,
overplaying
I'm
it.
sorry.
He's square, he's solid. His rebound control has been good. And here again, look how square he is there. Like there's nowhere to
Yeah.
shoot. And this one I like.
It
He
wasn't
doesn't even have to
particularly
close his
close.
glove on that
Well,
one.
Mika's
He's so
advantage at his
confident, he
scoring
catches
for
it,
Sweden.
and he's
That's how you
almost
know you're in
thinking about
trouble.
playing it. So
Marcus
he looks
Johansson.
good.
Nikolai
Giannoni
Ehlers
looks good.
had a good game,
We
looks
don't know
like.
if anyone's ever going to score a goal in this game.
Well,
Lucas
Connor
Raymond,
Garland had a
one of
great
the most underrated
opportunity
players in the
on that
NHL,
penalty
even though he
shot.
plays for Detroit.
5
Screw
goals, 5
Detroit.
assists in the
I am a
tournament.
big
Here he is
Lucas
with
Raymond
Lindsay
fan.
Hamilton.
Marcus Johansson
Connor,
had
the
is that a
physicality
2-goal
really
game?
ramping up in that period. Describe how intense the battle feels out there.
Yeah, 6 good games.
Of course, William Nylander ghosts as per
you know,
usual.
We got to,
But yeah,
find
it
a way
wasn't
to convert.
particularly close, unfortunately.
You know, hate missing that one, but we had a ton of chances.
All right, let's get back to
we felt
to
pretty
the
good
game.
about how we play, but obviously we love
My
to get
bad.
one.
You had the penalty shot on Leonardo Giannoni. What are you noticing about his game?
Yeah, it's really good so far. I mean, we got
No, you're
20,
really bad, Garland.
almost
Shut
30
the heck up.
shots, so
You know, this guy's
he's
pissing me
playing,
off. I'm
really
going to
well.
mute
We gotta find a way to
the
just keep getting
stream.
into his eyes and you know, just
Yeah,
have one
he's so
going for
good.
us
He
and,
stopped
see
me on
where
a
it takes
penalty
us.
shot. Nazar should have been
USA
taking
is
that penalty
looking
shot,
to
okay, you idiot? Oh, good lord. All right. Before I get too upset, let's get back to the game. Would you rather live stream your entire life or never access social media again? Yeah, Josh, I'm with you. I'm still mad that Nazar didn't get that. I'm going to live stream my entire life because I have nothing to hide, because I'm literally a perfect person in every way. Clearly, 65% of you are hiding something, and you deserve to have the... Is this a series or a one game? It's one game. One and done, Tomatino. Tominato? Tominato. There you go, Tominato. One game. Good to see you, by the way. Would you rather be completely forgotten? This is the last one before we go to human or not. Would you rather be completely forgotten by history, but know you helped countless people, or be remembered as a visionary, even if your work never actually helped anyone? I'm a sucker for reputation, man. This is easy for me. I'm fake. 66% of you are genuinely nice people. I'm not. Yeah, Tomatino, I mean, I respect your answer. I'm just, I'm very superficial. I apologize. Would you rather live with people who are obsessed with you or live with people who hate you? I like how that did. Every single choice that this game has never has these sorts of clarifications next to it. But they had to clarify in this instant that there's no physical violence. I feel like they had to also clarify what obsessed with you means, because this could mean a lot of things. Are you living with like stalkers? Are you living with people who just like really, really enjoy being around you? Or are you living with people who are like actually obsessed with you? Yeah, I think I'd rather live with people who are obsessed with me. Why would you want to constantly be around people who hate you? Med student doesn't want to help people out. Why do you think I went through med school? Money. No, I'm just kidding. Third option, in the woods alone forever. Good lord. Okay, you know what? This is actually the last one before we'll move on to another game. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, give me a second. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I just had to fix something. All right. Would you rather have a limited wardrobe of high quality clothes or have an extensive wardrobe of average quality clothes? This is such a no-brainer. This is not even close. These are stupid questions. How? Okay, on that bombshell, let's move on to the next thing. So I was going to do human or not, but I wanted to see how much of the 2015 Chicago Blackhawks roster I actually remember, all right? Josh, I'm with you. I mean, I don't wear more than 4 to 5 outfits anyways. It's not like I have 20 different outfits that I circle through. I wear the same 4 to 5 outfits and then I do my laundry after. Old World says limited wardrobe like the Punisher. Exactly. Nick says, do you think Reichel gets moved to the draft? He looked like the best player on the ice for Team Germany. Would like to keep him and give him a top 6 role. I don't think he gets moved to the draft because he doesn't have much value. And he's here for one more season. Might as well see where that takes him. If a team falls in love with him, sure. But I don't think he has much value beyond that. All right. Before I'm actually going to cheat. So this is basically if you can name every single player on the 2015 team. I already know because I cheated a little bit and I looked at some of these numbers. I'm going to struggle with a few of these. Let's play this 2015 game. All right, ready? All right. So let's start from the top. Actually, you know what? Let's do the obvious ones. Patrick Kane. Jonathan Toews. Number 23. Number 32 is Michael Roosevelt, right? Mike. Oh, shoot. How do you spell? Oh, is it Michael like that? Oh, no. I'm screwed. Chris Versteeg. There you go. Antoine Vermette. Trying to go in order roughly. Brad Richards. Patrick Sharp. 33 goals. I was going to say Dustin Bufflin, but goalie is Scott Darling. Legend of the Blackhawks, by the way. 43 defense. I'll have to come back on that. 13 left wing. Was like Carcillas, Lauren? No, I don't think so. 2. Okay, Duncan Keith. I need to go through the obvious ones. Andrew Shaw. 11. Is it Andrew Desjardins? Oh, yes. I can't believe I knew how to spell that. Okay, Brent Seabrook. Nicholas Jal Merson. There you go. Marcus Kruger. Is it C? Sorry, my commentary probably sucks right now. Is 5 David Rundblad? Oh my God, I love this. Marion Host, obviously. Corey Crawford, obviously. 17 Johnny Oduya. Okay, I'm gonna have to work backwards now. I'm gonna try. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing somebody obvious. 30. Who's 31 in goal? Is that Ray Emery? No. Who's 31 in goal? Why am I blanking on this? Oh, TVR. You're right, Josh. Oh my God. Trevor Van Riemsdyk. I can't believe I missed that one. 44 is the guy they acquired from the Flyers. What's his name? He's Kimmo Timonen. There you go. Okay. I'm choking, boys. I might need some help. 17. Why do I keep thinking Dylan Strome? He's not even close to there. Where's 86? Did I see Tavo? Why is Tavo not here? He was on the 2015 team. Oh my God, I'm screwed. Oh God. I'm going to use a lifeline. Yeah, I already tried Ray Emery. He was not on that team. 31. Oh, Antiniemi? How do you spell his goddamn name? Who's 31 and a goaltender? Tavo is not. I already tried Tavo. He's not here. I think this was the year before they won the Stanley Cup. Technically, this is the 2014-2015 team, I believe. 20? Did I not? How did I not put Brandon Saad? I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness, I'm choking so bad. 40. 32, defenseman 32. How do you spell Michael Roosevelt? Can somebody help me? How do you spell Michael Roosevelt? Because this is gonna piss me off. Michael. Oh, this is it. What? How do you spell it? Oh, Victor Svedberg. Okay. I don't know how to spell any of these people. I can't believe I got David Rundblad and I didn't get Brandon Saad my first time around. That's ridiculous. That's how you know I have trauma as a Hawks fan. How do you spell Michael Roosevelt? It's gonna kill me. Michael Roosevelt. Michael Roosevelt. Michael. Oh my God, I don't know how to spell this. Victor Stahlberg. Victor Stahlberg. Oh my God, I'm screwed. Michael Frolik. Oh my God, you're a legend. How do you spell these Michaels? All of these European Michaels, just spell it the obvious way. I'm sick of these. Ah! Game is back on. Thank God. I just got bailed out. Oh my goodness. Thank God. I just embarrassed myself. This is why I don't do hockey games, man. My goodness.
Played 18 and a half minutes in this game. That's 3 more minutes than any American and 5 more minutes than any Swiss player.
This is why I'm in med school, not like some English major like Ludwig. I don't know how to spell Save My Life.
Back around to Andrighetto. That pass is picked off by Lacombe. And Brady Shea squeezes that by Kukan and back down the ice. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Kukan drops it back for Fiala.
Here comes Fiala speeding into the offensive zone. I thought that was close to offside, but it's okay.
Pete gets there first for the U.S. And now Vlasic.
Alex Vlasic just eats the puck out of the zone.
Nothing doing that.
And the power play is finally coming to an end.
Tough to get it going. Switzerland does.
I appreciate that, by the way, Tomatino. I appreciate you letting me know the game was back on because we almost missed the ending of that power play. Oh, here comes Logan Cooley. Keller's so far in the perimeter, man. That first line hasn't been that good for the Americans. They've been so non-middle driven against this aggressive Swiss team. I think Brookbank's too early, I believe. We can double check after though. There's Zach Werenski up ahead. Garland just clears the zone. That first line has not been that good, man. Garland misses a penalty shot. Keller's been almost invisible. Cooley's had some moments, but in the beginning of the game, and he's been pretty quiet. Been one of the worst lines for the Americans. Nazar, and that's stopped again. The second line's been way better than the first line, man. I'm not just saying that because Nazar's there. Giannoni's just... Giannoni already had a shutout against the Americans in this tournament. They won 3-0 in the prelims. You can't let him do that to you again, right? I mean, the Swiss are playing so well.
Will Smith banks it back to Shane Pinto, and he was stripped there by Meyer.
Nice defensive play by Pinto.
Mulligan has it bounce away from him.
Here comes Will Smith. Can you please do something that's not complete ass? He gets turned around. Oh, nice forecheck by Will Smith. Finally, and he loses it. Lacombe, rebound, and that's taken care of by the Swiss players.
Broken up at center ice. Pinto plays it back for Jackson Lacombe. Now Lacombe jumps in. He was poke check. Fiala's got it back. Lead pass for Ambul missed as Werenski goes back. Niederreiter all over him. They collide again in the corner.
I'll double check Bickle after.
Bangs it back around for Ambul. Ambul feeds that back to Siegenthaler. Looks back down to Ambul. Much larger McCarron took that away from him.
Here comes Drew O'Connor. The fourth line's been awesome for the Americans, but he's unable to go 1-on-2 on the Swiss. Oh, Vlasic, don't ice the puck, man. When I talk about fundamentals with the young team that the Blackhawks have, Vlasic's also really, really going to benefit from the breakout ideas that Jeff Blashill has. Vlasic's been too comfortable icing the puck this season. Blashill doesn't accept his defenseman just yeeting the puck out of the zone. Everything's about possession to him. And again, that has a ceiling at the NHL level. But in terms of helping Vlasic and Levshinov and even Bedard make better decisions on breakouts, it's going to be golden. Jeremy Morin, yeah, what a Blackhawks legend. We can do the same quiz for other years and see if we do a little bit better. I feel like that's just a year that's kind of hard to remember. Especially since I don't know how to spell Michael Roosevelt to save my freaking life. Look at Logan Cooley's speed, finally. Cooley dancing in, still with the puck, stopping, wheeling back towards the point, still with the puck, trying to impose his will, and Jaeger takes it away. Cooley's still on the puck. Finally some life in the first line. Here's Keller. Back to Brady Shea. Brady Shea dancing in. Tries a sharp angle shot.
Kicking off his skate guards.
They're playing a heavy cycle game, and that doesn't really suit that first line. And credit the Swiss players, too. I mean, they're matching up very well against that first line. This is one of the best shifts the first line have had all game. Shea, big rebound, and that's just tapped away from the American forward. Wide open net, but great rebound control by the defense for the for Switzerland. Here comes the second line. Matty Beniers battling behind the net. Oh, the puck just bounced over Frank Nazar's stick. He had glory in his eyes, but he just was unable to corral that puck. And now here comes Switzerland the other way. Jackson Lacombe behind the net, trying to clear the zone. That's held in momentarily, but ends up in the bench of the United States of America. Still a scoreless game. Meanwhile, Edmonton with a 2-0 lead on Dallas. Bouchard and McDavid with goals. It's 2-0 Edmonton at the first intermission in that game.
Giannone, we don't need a replay on that. That actually would have been fine. He was well outside the crease.
Anyways, here comes Switzerland now. Only 14 minutes left in regulation. A 0-0 game. A tip! What a save by Jeremy Swayman. He hasn't had a lot to deal with today. But that save, remember that if the Americans are able to pull through. A great tip from just in front of him. Kukan sends it in, and I think that was Niederreiter with a tip. Look at this. Kukan with the lateral mobility at the blue line, and what a tip. Almost finds its way 5-hole, and great tip control and rebound control by Swayman. A huge, huge save to keep this a scoreless game, man. This is what Switzerland is trying to do. They're trying to play fundamentally sound. They're trying to shut things out in the middle of the ice, and then one chance is all it needs for them to break the deadlock. But Swayman stood on his head in that instance. Great save by Swayman, man. Remember that. Niederreiter flying into the offensive zone. Look at the speed. Niederreiter sends it in deep.
Gold medal game losing team. 2013, 2018, and last year. Kesselring.
Here's Cutter Gauthier, who's been good. Oh, quick shot, almost handcuffs the goaltender for Switzerland. Gauthier is a bit of a terrifying player to goaltend against, isn't he, man? He can shoot from anywhere, and it's a danger.
Behind great goals are great assists.
Oh my God! Remember that one assist by Kaprizov earlier in this playoffs? My goodness, one of the best passes I've ever seen. All right, let's go back and see what we missed. All right,
New
gaming.
Chipotle honey chicken brings a hint of pure honey
Okay.
and seared smoked pepper.
So this is Michael Roosevelt. Why is there no E in your name, buddy?
Heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce.
Chipotle
honey
This is
chicken
not how you
takes
spell
heat
Victor
and sweet to a
Svedberg.
whole new level.
We got screwed, boys. We got royally screwed. The authorities are against us. In what world is that how you spell Victor Svedberg? Victor Svedberg. What type of stupid game is this, man? Screw this game. We got this one right. I'm counting this as solid red because we got that right. Daniel Carcillo. Oh, you're right. Who said Carcillo in chat? Anti-Ronta. Oh my God, I forgot he existed. I thought he wore number 32, but no, he did wear number 31 for the Blackhawks. Man, I completely forgot about him. Ryan Hartman was on this team in 2015. All right, you know what? Let's go back to the game. We'll come back to this. We're gonna need to let me go back to the actual game. All right, there you go. It should be updated now. They spelled it so wrong. Who the heck is Victor? Like, we got screwed there. I'm not even being unfair. Kyle Kaminsky? I feel like I have it tinkles my brainwaves. I have a vague memory of somebody named Kyle Kaminsky, but I don't know why. I didn't know he played for the Blackhawks. It's okay. Yeah, I thought Hartman was drafted in 2015, and I didn't think he made the Blackhawks until at least a couple seasons later. I'm going to have to fact check that. Ryan Hartman was the last name I was trying to remember when it came to the 2014 team. That's crazy.
Now losing the side of goal. Keller plays it back for Garland. Swings it back across. Peak with a shot.
We'll try a different year.
Giannone makes the glove save with Logan Cooley standing right there.
A good shot by Brady Shea with Cooley providing the screen. Giannone, man, this dude, like, we're never going to score on him again, man. Screw this guy, man. Good Lord.
Bobbling around, gets out to Brady Shea, and look at this. I got your stick. I got your glove. I'm not giving up anything. Don't know if I remember seeing this.
Oh my God. The fact that he was able to track that with Cooley's stick, just waving right in front of his glove. Great save by Giannone, man. Screw this guy. He's so good.
Feels like maybe the best chance for a goal might be on the deflection.
The commentators, what they just said is absolutely true. You need to get a greasy goal, man. My God, Giannone, screw you.
Bounces back to center ice for Shea, picks it up. In comes Clayton Keller, the American captain. Long pass in the corner.
Finally, the first line is starting to wake up a little bit. But now here come the Swiss the other way. A 4-on-3. Wow, that's offside.
Offside at the American line.
So I have to catch up to chat. Josh says 2 or 3 players we wish play on the Hawks. Say 3 extra years than they did. I will say Bufflin, Lat to start. That's a hugely good take. Bufflin after 2010, I mean, yeah, missed them a lot in 2011, 2012. Obviously, Panarin is a big answer. Sorry, the stream just had a glitch. Hopefully it'll still work. No issues. All right. I completely agree. Josh also says Dano for Reese and Fleischman. Oh my God. That deal seemed good at the time. My hot take is I didn't like the deal at the time either. But I'm not going to lie and pretend like I saw Dano becoming a first-line center, man. I saw him as like the perfect replacement for Marcus Kruger. And I just preferred younger players to a guy like Thomas Fleischman. Dale Weiss was just a huge disappointment, man. As it plays offside for the Americans. Same with the Schmaltz for Strome and Perlini deal. I loved it at the time. Honestly, even in hindsight, Strome is a better player than Schmaltz. And Brandon Perlini had a couple decent seasons. I'm with Second City on this one. The Strome deal would have aged perfectly. Right now, Strome is one of the better first-line centers in the NHL, while Schmaltz is just an average center for a top 16. Yeah, the thing about the Panarin is, oh, here, off the side of the net goes J.J. Moser. Look at how the Swiss are hounding the puck, man. Vlasic skating into all 3 zones. Nazar and Vlasic on the ice together again. Here's Timo Meier working on Alex Vlasic. who knocks him down to the ice. Matty Beniers from his knees makes a good play to get the puck into the corner. Now Frank Nazar. Send it in. Oh, he tried to send in Matty Beniers on a partial break. Yeah, I remember that first game, man. The 10-1 game where Saad had a hat trick, man. Against the Penguins, yep. I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of the most significant regular season accolades, not just for the Blackhawks as a team, but even the superstars as individuals, like Patrick Kane winning the Hart, Patrick Kane's long 26 game point streak or whatever it was, all of those came in non-playoff years. Or years that they didn't have success in the playoffs at all. I don't think that's a coincidence. And then you look at a player like Mitch Marner and how he has to carry the team offensively in the regular season. Not to make everything about Mitch Marner, but I imagine if he goes to a team that takes some of the load off of him the same way that the Florida Panthers do to their superstar players in the regular season, the same way Vegas did to Mark Stone for all those years, putting him on LTIR, keeping him rested for the playoffs. If Marner goes to a team that has the wherewithal and the depth to be able to do that and still coast into the playoffs, he's going to have the same reputation, man. The Hockey Sun says, I've always liked Strome. He was just associated with the previous regime too much. Oh, my God. Wasn't that his last game? Or his last home game in Chicago, that Vegas buzzer beater? Oh, my God. Patrick Kane is just different. Storylines follow Patrick Kane like they do no other player. My favorite player of all time.
Smith's chant goes up here in Stockholm. And Moser back with it. Midway point of the third period, still no score. Chipped out by Meyer, and Werenski.
A lot of neutral zone hockey being played right now. Here's Werenski over to Jackson Lacombe. Stretch pass misses, and that's going to go. Oh, it goes in on Giannoni. And good pressure by Connor Garland to force the cover.
No whistle. Should not be a commercial break. Long shoot in. So Swiss defenders have to stay on the ice. Patrick Fisher has led this team for quite some time now.
Very well coached, the Swiss are.
Ryan Warsofsky, the youngest coaches in the NHL. The youngest team in this tournament.
They've got a lot of winning together, these guys. 14 of them.
Give me a second. I'll catch up to the chat when the next whistle sounds. Here's Kesselring. A horrible pass. What a horrible icing, Kesselring. Relax, buddy. You're not Kel McCarr. What a horrible pass. Anyways, Nick says, I agree. Strome was always a stud. Had to be some attitude or effort problems. Multiple coaches didn't like him, kind of like Reichel. I think Strome is a much higher IQ player than Reichel. Reichel's more naturally skilled. So they're different players, but in terms of consistency, yeah, it's always going to be an issue with Strome. Josh says, I think that was his last game. I was at a game in Ottawa where Haas got a breakaway and scored on Brian Elliott. And guess what kind of shot? Was it a 5-hole shot?
A lot of the Swiss players have lost multiple gold medal games. Most recently last year, the Czechs. 9:24 to go here in the third period. The gold medal game here in Stockholm.
10 minutes left. Oh my God, the Rimouski versus London is tonight.
Hey, that's one of the great things about Consumer Cellular. Their 100% U.S.-based customer service is also 100% human. You don't have to. Oh.
For those 50 and up, get 2 unlimited lines for $30 each.
Okay, let's get back to this. Figure out what's happening with this. This rigged game. All right, so we got Ryan Hartman apparently is on this team. All right, whatever. We got Andrew Desjardins. Pretty happy with that. Joachim Nordstrom, a blast. Oh my God, a blast from the past. My goodness. I'm happy we were able to get Chemo Team in, and I almost forgot about him. TVR, I need some help for that. Marcus Kruger up. Philippe Danault was. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Philippe Danault and Marcus Kruger on the same team. I need to start just guessing players who I know with a certain number and seeing if I got lucky, because I had no idea Philippe Danault and Ryan Hartman were on this team. No idea. Kyle Kaminsky, somebody said that in chat. You were correct. And Vili Polk. Oh my God. Number 17. There's no way I would have guessed that. I'm sorry. All right, let's get back to the game.
Who's going to pry this thing open? We asked the question in the first Vancouver were the two highest scoring teams in the tournament that would put on an offensive show, or two of the best defensive teams that would.
Yeah, Clapper 5-0. What a legend Hossa is, man. My hot take, Hossa would still be playing if he didn't have that allergy.
This will be coming up on 6 periods.
His longevity would be every bit as good as a Brad Marchand, for example. He'd still be playing. Yeah, I know he was in the Letty deal. I had no clue he was still on the team at that point, man. And number 17 is such a common number. I was thinking of popular players. My mind was glued to Dylan Strom. Obviously, he wasn't there in 2015. How can you go from thinking about Dylan Strom to think about Ville Polka? That just makes no sense to me, man. I feel like we did pretty good. We'll go to a different team after this game and see if we can do a little bit better. But you said Nordstrom in chat? Oh, my bad. I missed it. The fact that you remember Joachim Nordstrom is crazy.
Down to O'Connor. Drew O'Connor plays that back. It's picked up by Andrighetto. He's away with Meyer and Malgin. In comes Timo Meyer. Pivots back. That shot goes wide out of the reach of Malgin.
Absolutely, Josh. You're right about Hossa being the piece that put them over the top. But even more so, Hossa retiring early was arguably the second biggest reason the Blackhawks fell off as quickly as they did, apart from Jonathan Toews' regression. Toews and Hossa, as true first-line two-way players, both regressing / retiring at similar times, just doomed the Blackhawks forever. And they've been trying to fix it with Band-Aids throughout the rest of the Stan Bowman era, and that's why they needed to rebuild.
This has been a very physical game, and I think Mike, you'd agree the difference between
Hossa is one of the most unique wingers that I've ever seen, man. I hate the comparisons to Mark Stone. I respect Mark Stone nowhere near Hossa. I'm sorry.
Thompson off the face-off. Moves out ahead, in comes Frank.
Look at Frank Nazar with the speed again. To the middle. How did he save that? Frank Nazar flying in. This dude, Giannoni, get him out of the net. He's so good. Look at this play by Nazar. Look at that speed. He turns the corner, stuffs it. Short side, and Giannoni stands strong. Screw this goaltender, man. Oh my goodness.
Grab it with his blocker, a la Dominic Hasek, before getting a snow shower. Cool him down late in the game.
All these veterans need to retire, man. Giannoni's like what, late 30s. Frank Nazar, long shot into traffic. Not the best decision, but it's okay. Tage Thompson sends it in deep. Matty Beniers, really good puck shielding technique. Oh, a quick shot by Thompson, and that almost stumped Giannoni. It's going to take a random play like that to beat this dude, man. Here's Matty Beniers. Great move to enter the zone. Matty Beniers maintaining control, attracting 3 players. Back to Nazar. Kesselring keeps the puck in really well. This second line has been better than the first line all game, man. Here comes Clayton Clutch Keller. Right on cue. Keller. Oh, bouncing puck. It's behind Giannoni. Oh, my goodness. It just missed. The puck just sat in the blue paint behind Giannoni instead of rolling back into the wide open net. And now here's Kesselring again behind the net. Oh my goodness. Bad pass by Vlasic. Swayman does well to play the puck there because he had no left defenseman. Here's Cutter Gauthier. Will Smith dispossessed of the puck. What else is new? Softer than a flan is Will Smith. Here's Dean Kukin. Up ahead to Sven Berchi with speed. Here we go. Counterattack. Oh my God. Shane Pinto. Get your ass back to Ottawa with a move like that, man. Oh, high stick? Oh my God. The USA have a power play. Finally, Will Smith does something good. And the one good thing he does is eat a stick in the face.
But it's Moser trying to pull his stick over Smith. Right in the head.
JJ Moser, that's a bad penalty to take, buddy.
I'm not sure what Patrick Fisher could possibly be complaining about. Here's the earlier chance by Keller. Turnover, no gap. This puck could have bounced anywhere.
Oh my God, that puck from Clayton Clutch Keller's shot just sat in the blue paint.
Gets his feet in behind it.
Oh my God.
Sweeping into safety.
Oh, I can't believe that didn't go in. That and the Connor Garland penalty shot decision. I'm still pissed about it, but my goodness. Nunick says, speaking of Vili Polka, there have been so many promising Finnish defensemen in the last 20 years. That totally flopped. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Finland's in a great spot. The strongest Finland has ever been is right now, man. You look at the Dallas Stars and the way they're able to thrive with Finnish players, man. Great story. A lot of perimeter hockey on this power play. Unable to really get possession, and it's cleared by the Swiss. Yeah, Will Smith is softer than a flawed, man. Oh my goodness. The only good play he's made all game is one offensive rush in the second period, and eating a puck to the face to cause this power play. Anyways, 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this power play. 5.5 minutes left in the game. Which dumbass just shot directly? Oh my God, Logan Cooley just shot directly into the Swiss player. Cooley has the puck back now, though. Oh my God, bad pass, Cooley! And it's cleared. Disgusting. Just put Nazar out there. He and Thompson are cooking, man. They'll figure it out. Oh my goodness. There is no communication on this team. Warsofsky, man, what are you even doing? What's the job of a coach? Here's Matty Beniers, finally. Beniers to Gauthier into the offensive zone. Here's Will Smith, and that's saved by Giannoni, man. Oh my God. Man, Giannoni is so good. Oh. Got a little lucky there that the rebound sat right in front of him, but he's been unbelievable in this game and this tournament, man. Credit where credit's due. He's been unbelievable. I can't believe how good Switzerland's playing though. Kesselring, why is he in the Patrick Laine position? Will Smith shoots wide. What else new? Kesselring behind the net. Puck is cleared. Oh my God, horrible power play. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game, and the Americans ice it. Oh my God. Say what you want. The Switzerland team as a whole is dictating this game. This is not... the Americans are starting to look more and more frazzled. My goodness, man.
That's not an icing when the defender lifts your stick when you're trying to handle it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that shouldn't have been an icing, but whatever. What are we complaining about, am I right? Yeah, you must be a girl, shoes like that. Oh my God, that was almost... Jackson Lacombe goes after Fiala for cross-checking Swayman after that save, but Swayman almost dropped that. I'm not sure that would have been a goaltender interference if that went in. Man, I'm getting nervous. Boys, I'll be right back, all right? I'm getting nervous, and that means I have to use the bathroom more often. I'll be right back. I'll put it in the gaming screen just so you can complain a little bit more. I'll be right back, all right? All right, the pissing general is back. Just remember. Let's go swish. That's all I wish. You should become a poet, buddy. All right, let's get back to the game.
Throws it towards the goal. Swayman down, scooped up by Peak.
Nice little save by Swayman there.
Lifts up to center, trying to find Drew O'Connor.
What are the odds of Will Smith slapping someone? He's soft, bro. He's not gonna slap anybody. ASMR. Oh my god. I am not shameless enough to pull that off. You don't tempt me, old world. For now, you're gonna have to stick to drinking though. Maybe if we hit 1,000 subscribers, ASMR pissing is next. I can't tell if it's the Celsius that's making me have to pee or the nerves. I mean, under 4 minutes left in regulation, still 0-0. Unbelievable.
Thompson got in the way, but Ambuel has it back. Around to Siegenthaler.
The way the Swiss team is played is unbelievable, man. Massive tip of the hat to them.
Plays it back around to Fiala. Loose behind the goal with Niederreiter. Niederreiter to Fiala. Shields off Shea.
Brady Shea and Frank Nazar battling with it.
Back down to the Swiss zone. And Giannone way out to play it.
Oh, Nazar almost read that off Giannoni's stick. That would have been a great moment for a mistake like that to happen. So far, the Swiss players have made almost no mistakes. I mean, a couple penalties, but beyond that, very clean game.
To the line, Glauser plays that back in. Picked up by Ken Yeager. He's loose behind the goal. Yeager still on it. Works that back at the point for Glauser. He's got to retreat. Jonas Moser. Up for Berchi. And Berchi fires that down.
Make daddy in the... Oh my god. Finally, Will Smith showing off his speed. Centering past to nobody. And that exits the zone. What else is new with this dude, man? And Sharks fans think they don't need Misa. Will Smith is going to be our second line center of the future. Yeah. We'll see about that.
Switzerland so close. They've never won a gold before.
They've won 2 silvers, though. They've never won the gold. They've won 2 silvers.
For all intents and purposes, neither has America.
The Americans haven't won a gold since 1933 either.
Have a core of players who have won at the World Junior and the Under 18. Right. And a lot of them are here. Karen for the face-off against Schmidt. He wins the face-off back. Here's Nazar. Back around to O'Connor. Drew O'Connor works that back of the line for Kesselring. A shot that goes high as McCarron was standing right in Giannoni's
Vlasic,
face.
good pinch there.
McCarron.
Oh, trying to find Nazar. In the middle of 3 players.
That goes wide, and Giannone didn't see that either.
Uh-oh.
Inside 2 to go here in the third
Vlasic,
period.
make a good pass. There you go.
If they're tied to regulation, there'll be an intermission.
I hope the goalie on the other team, Giannone, is not eligible for this year's draft. Otherwise, I know who Davidson's targeting with number 34. Of course, that's an homage to Adam Guyan. Thankfully, Giannone's 37, 36, 37, somewhere around there. So I think he's a little too old to be drafted. I think. Oh my God, Swayman's rolling on the ice. Got bailed out there.
Bumped hard by Andrighetto. Now Moser back on it. And Meyer back with it. Timo Meyer. Slides that
I have
back to Moser.
PTSD from targeting goaltenders just because of international tournaments, man.
Down to the American zone. Swayman out to play it. There's a minute to go in regulation.
If Nazar scores, will you raise your voice so we know he scored? That's the only thing I'm good at. You can count on me for that.
Beniers winds in.
Here's Beniers.
Pinto a hard shot.
Pinto a shot, and that goes wide.
Tucat knocks it down.
Good forecheck by Werenski from behind the net, but it's taken back by Switzerland.
Back down to the American zone. Lacombe back to pick it up.
Jackson Lacombe wheeling and dealing, sending some Swiss player to the ice behind the net.
To the head to Pinto.
Here's Shane Pinto now. Jackson Lacombe following up the play, but Pinto just shoots it directly into the glove of Giannone. How many saves does Giannone have? You know what? Let me actually statistics. So far, shots are 28-20 for the Americans. 28 saves. It feels like it's been more, man. Giannoni's been on fire. Yeah, 28 saves. My goodness. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he'd be in it, and he has been. 39-24, the shots in favor of the U.S. Here's Kukan back with it. Up ahead of Fiala, sweeps it back down to center ice. As Pete plays out ahead. Swept ahead by Thompson. Kukan back around to Siegenthaler. Puck rolled on him a little bit. And Siegenthaler being harassed there by Beniers. Moves that to Fiala. 10 seconds.
Oh, what a pass. 10 seconds left. Clear the zone, baby. There you go. This game, ladies and gentlemen, this game is going to overtime. It's a golden goal situation. Will Frank Nazar win a gold medal? And will the Americans win their first gold medal since 1933? Or will Team Switzerland pull off yet another upset, the second upset against America in this tournament this season, and pull off their first gold medal in their team's history? Both teams have played very well, but you got to give credit to Switzerland for how they've played so far. I mean, they've been unbelievable, and they deserve a lot of credit for that.
That's one of the great things about
With that being said, we're going to try winning. We lost the first one. I will fully admit, I think we did decent, but we will try to figure out another team. All right. So let me see if I could find the U.S. states now. Let's choose like the 20. Let's go to human or not. Let's do a couple of games of this, and then we'll move on to that. Okay. All right. I'm not a robot. Imagine I just use ChatGPT, so it's AI versus AI, and even this app doesn't know that. Dude, this year's San Jose Sharks. You know what? Okay, we'll figure it out. All right, we'll do something interesting after this. All right, the other side is typing. We know what we have to do. Oh man, I don't know why I'm so invested in this. I feel like it's because I have the realization now that it's at the point where hockey's almost done and we're not going to be able to watch anything. Hey, this game sounds like it could be fun. What do we do in it, you dumbass? What do you think we do in it? You bot? You think you're fooling me like you fooled the hockey son? The world's worst human or not player? What the heck? Okay, never mind. I literally called him a bot. I'm so stupid. Why am I second guessing myself? I'm becoming like the hockey son. I blame him for this, man. Unbelievable. You know what? This is the hockey son's fault. I'm still undefeated. Why did he just leave? That's so rude. I need redemption, man. Oh my God. Unbelievable. You will start the conversation. All right. I know exactly what to do. Now we're talking, baby. Nunik says, I don't think we've ever had a 0-0 final 6. Jeez, I'm drunk. Don't blame you, buddy. Had a long day, huh? You should copy with the AI. You know what? That's going to be my next strategy. I didn't ask you to repeat what I just said. I asked for your opinion. What a bot. What a bot. Just to confirm that it's a bot. Yeah, 100% a bot. This one's easy. This one's so easy that the worst AI or not player of all time, the Hockey Sun, is able to get this as well. That's how easy this was. Oh my God. This dude, if this dude is not AI, this dude's trolling. Just to throw him off a little bit too. That's the most AI sounding response ever. What a beauty, by the way. Look at that hairline. Oh. My God. Jobless behavior. Yeah, that's easy. All right, let's move on to the next one. I will start the conversation again. Ooh. Shameless plug. The longest shutout streak at Worlds, and Giannoni's third all time in terms of ice time without allowing a goal. This dude is insane. He's the best YouTuber ever. Right, guys, please? Right? Oh my God. Why do I bring up controversial topics? Why am I putting Andrew Tate on stream, man? I'm so stupid. Oh, I think it was Josh that said earlier that like as I get more experience, I will get better. One way I'll get better is stop showing that goof on stream. Okay, I'll check. Oh. I love him. That typo ruined it, but I love him so much. This is called self-love. All right? We talked about mental health earlier on in the stream, and this is me taking mental health so seriously. You got to love yourself, man. You got to show some self-love. That's just the way it works. This one's actually tough. What do we think? This was really AI. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Unless you guys definitely disagree, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say AI. Is that fair? The game's in intermission. The game's not going on right now. I have the game open, so this time I should be able to tell when the game is starting again. But this game's going to overtime, so we're in the middle of the third period in overtime. It's 0-0. Does AI love you too? Yeah, I think it's AI. Okay. Well, they better be subscribing because now I'm at the level of the Hockey Sun. All right, last one, and then we'll go try a different roster, all right? Give me the most random team from this year. You know what? Let's try the 2025 San Jose Sharks. Who's your favorite athlete? We'll try the 2025 San Jose Sharks to see if we can figure out the entire roster. That would be a pretty interesting exercise. There's no way we do. I don't even know how to spell Shakir Muhammadulin's name, so it's going to be another Michael Roosevelt situation over there. The New York Islanders, do you want me to suffer? I genuinely think that may be the team that I know the least number of players for. I mean, if Brock Nelson doesn't count, who the heck is on the Islanders? So you have Matthew Barzal. Cole Eiserman doesn't count. I know they're prospects. Obviously, Pulock and Pelech and Dobson on the blue line. You have Sorokin in that. I mean, I would struggle with that. San Jose numbers other than Celebrini and Smith. I mean, you have Eklund wearing 72, I think. William Eklund. Ronaldo, that's definitely human, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see what other. Let's just see what. Which interesting sports quizzes we can do while we wait for the game to come back. Picture click Eagles quarterbacks. Oh, that would be interesting. NFL career passing touchdowns. Let's see if we can find something with. I could do soccer. Every 2,000 point season. What about like? NHL. Let's do that. Tim Hortons, here's a who. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. NHL teams by last MVP. This probably is really easy, but let's try this out. All right. Play quiz. What? Huh? The Ducks? Oh my God. Is it the Bruins? Oh my God, I'm so good. Dominic Hasek. Oh my God. The Dominator. Did he win one with the Red Wings? No, damn it. Patrick Kane, he won his only one with the Blackhawks. Nathan McKinnon. Good Lord. Why am I choking? Sergei Fedorov. Is this the Red Wings? Yeah, Connor McDavid. Oilers. Why am I tweaking? Wayne Gretzky. Did you win one with the Blues? Kings. There you go. Carey Price. Canadians. Taylor Hall. Devils. Brian Trottier. Oh my God. I don't know these old players. I know of them and I've watched them, but I don't know their teams. Just next. Mark Messier. Oh my God. Where's... What the heck? Rangers. There you go. My goodness, I almost choked. Eric Lindros. Oh my God. Why am I choking? Penguins. Oh my goodness. The other of the two. This is going to be the Sharks. Pronger. Chris Pronger. My goodness. I don't know old players' teams, man. I suck at that so much. Austin Matthews. Maybe I don't know why I'm so nervous too. Canucks, obviously. OV. Where's the Capitals? Trottier. Skip. Pronger. Skip. Oh no. Pronger. Trottier. Okay, Pronger. Sabres. Good Lord. My God. I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry. I'm just ghosting when it comes to like older players, man. Good Lord. All right. That was fun. We're not too far from the game starting again, so I have it open. We'll go back. Which Big Four sports team drafted him? Oh, Roadside Picnic. A new name's in the chat. Welcome in, brother. NHL shutouts with the fewest saves. This seems like a 32 Thoughts thought line question right here. One false team logo. This seems like fun. Play logo of NHL team. Wait, what? What is the premise of this? Only the 11 slightly modified. Oh, so one of them is slightly not the right logo. Is it this? Yeah. I don't know why this looks weird to me. Josh, I appreciate that you think I'm old enough to remember that, but first of all, I haven't played EA Sports NHL games religiously when I was growing up. I only started playing like towards the end of old gen and new gen, and even then, I never bought the games. I played with friends. And second of all, I was born in 2000, so yeah, I don't remember that. I apologize. Wait, what? Oh, there's a timer here. You know what? Screw this. It's boring. All right, let's find one more. Let's find one more quiz. Oh, this should be... No, I'm not going to do this. This is too far into the past. You're the Germa 985 of hockey. That's a compliment. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I heard of Germa, but I'm actually going to Google Germa, see what he's up to. How many subs? 1.5 million followers on Twitch. I need to get on Twitch, by the way. I really appreciate that, man. Germa's a GOAT. Okay. NHL top 200 most points in a season among European players. No, I'm not going to be able to get that. McDavid and Gretzky. Come on. I want a really good one. You got NHL 94 to 2021. My goodness. The first NHL game I've ever purchased for myself was NHL 25. Ask me how that's going. Such a bad game, dude. I don't think I'm ever going to buy unless it's for content. I really want to make, after the draft, I really want to get the gaming stuff going. I want to do like into the future, realistic rebuilds and things like that. Maybe even a Beer Pro series. I have a lot of ideas percolating in my mind. But if it wasn't for that, I'm never buying an NHL game again, man. So stupid. Horrible games. I'm going to quickly just scroll through this and see what type of games we can play. Greatest all-time player. I feel like we have to be able to get that, right? Nah, this is too much into the past. Karachi Beer Pro. No, dude, that's actually what I'm going to do. My Beer Pro character is going to be the Karachi Bomber, and if you think it's anybody else, you're mistaken. And that's not a joke. It's actually going to be that, so... I might have to make it not my main channel because I feel like a lot of people who watch my videos, I know some people in chat know exactly who I'm talking about, but some people who are fans of the channel, and I appreciate all the fans, some people would overreact to the concept of like having a Karachi Bomber be a Beer Pro character. So I might have to make that into like a second account series, but Franchise Hockey Manager, I will say, Gabriel, that's a good suggestion, but I did buy Franchise Hockey Manager and I feel like the UI is not really built for YouTube. I found it fun. I only played it very little. I bought the the one last year. I forgot which number it was, but I bought it last year. It was fun, but I feel like the UI is just not optimized for YouTube very well, especially since as of right now, I don't have a face cam or anything to keep the interaction up. EA Sports is just much better at keeping things interactive when it comes to the UI. Things look cleaner in EA Sports not Beer Pro, the franchise mode, and it's way more detailed. So even if it's less realistic, I feel like there are ways to make it realistic, to make it challenging, and that's what I would probably do. He's got to have a bomb at the point, so to speak. Oh, buddy, you have no idea. I have my ideas, but Four Nations face-off quiz, baby. Let's go. All right, let's do this. Swedish, what? Can you sort the items into the correct categories related to the NHL's 2025 Four Nations face-off hockey tournament? Watch out for decoys. So Swedish defenseman. All right. Victor Hedman. All right. William Karlsson. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Sidney Crosby. Reinhardt. I'm just going to go with the people I know for sure. Rasmus Dahlin. Mattias Ekholm. Jonas Brodin. Erik Karlsson. We're doing pretty good. Colton Parayko's Canadian. I feel like this is... All right, we're going to have to get back. Oh, dang it. All right, we're going to have to pause this and go back to the actual stream. All right? Overtime's about to start. It's 3v3 overtime and big ice, man.
In the third period at all for the U.S. He's a dynamic offensive player. Would they look at it? No. You got Werenski.
Poor Connor Bedard is a decoy, yeah. Kind of like under Luke Richardson's actual tactics. Connor Bedard just a decoy on the third line. Anyways, Shane Pinto...
Championship scored in 2022.
On the face-off, it's 3v3 overtime. Golden goal. Win or go home. The race to the gold medal is underway, and now here comes Switzerland. Frank Nazar starting. I wonder why he didn't take the face-off, but it's okay.
5-4 in OT.
Too many men. Switzerland just had too many men.
And did they get it?
No. They were trying to do the Latvia.
Switzerland got away with the too many men?
Jaeger was jumping off.
Alex says Frank Nazar OT goal will feed families. Manifested into existence. My goodness, I'm going to go crazy. I might lose my voice permanently if Nazar scores this overtime game-winning goal, man. Nerves are getting back here. That's too many men. There are 4 people on the ice. What? There are 4 people on the ice for like a good 7 to 10 seconds and they didn't call that? It's ridiculous. Anyways.
An overtime winning is Norway after blowing a 5-1
offensive zone face-off for the USA. Here comes Zach Werenski wheeling and dealing behind the net. Trying to protect the puck. He still has possession. Over to Shane Pinto. Pinto does the stupid thing and retreats. Oh my goodness. Werenski shoots, and what a block there. Uh-oh. Oh my God.
the oldest player in the tournament, age 41, out there in OT.
Frank with the golden goal. Let it be so. Absolutely old world. Here comes Morgan with a ton of speed. A shoulder fake behind the net. Morgan shoots. Oh my God, Swayman, good save. That was a tough save by Swayman. He had to track Morgan behind his own net and then stand up strong and protect that near post. I think Morgan went far post, but still, he had to make himself big. Look at that speed. Beniers got burned by Morgan there, man. Oh my God, he barely fights that off with the top of his glove this way, man. Woo! Anyone else nervous, or is that just me?
Pinto, clearly the face-off specialist for the U.S.
Yeah, Pinto's taking every face-off.
U.S. 8-1 in the tournament. The Swiss 8-0-1.
Pinto wins that face-off. Back to Alex Vlasic playing overtime. That surprises me. I would think Zeev Buyam would be like an overtime specialist. Here comes Vlasic. Oh my God, what? That's not offside.
At the Swiss line. See what the U.S. was doing, which is interesting. Defensive zone face-off. They go two defensemen. And then
two defensive defensemen too. Lacombe and Vlasic are both very good in the defensive zone. The USA went 1 forward, 2 defensemen for that defensive zone face-off. How is that offside, man? Alvin says, let's go Switzerland. We got some Swiss fans in the chat now. You have Munich and Alvin both. I'm American. America. Unless you guys want to be the 52nd state, I'm rooting for USA here. Here's Jackson Lacombe trying to control the play here.
Who's going to be the overtime hero? One of these teams tonight. Both teams have goals from 19 different players. In comes Clayton Keller with a step on Yeager.
Keller.
In, backhanded that wide.
He's unable to pull the trigger on a shot there. Needed to get that Karachi bomb from the point there. Uh-oh. And here comes Switzerland. Oh my God, it's a 3-on-2. Niederreiter almost an amazing pass. That just escaped Moser.
Overtime hero for the Swiss in the 2010 World Junior Championship. They knock off the Russians in the quarterfinals in what was at the time one of the greatest moments in Swiss hockey. In comes Andrighetto.
Sven Andrighetto now. A backhand pass, good pass. And now here come the Americans the other way. Tage. Tage. Shoot, scores! Tage! Tage! It's golden! Frank Nazar wins a gold medal! Tage Thompson proves the Americans wrong for not picking him for the foreign nations. Tage Thompson with a snipe. Take that, Giannone. You could only go so far with the shutout, and the United States of America has won their first gold medal since 1933. What a moment.
The native of Glendale, Arizona.
I feel so bad for Giannone, but what a moment for Tage Thompson. What a snipe by the superstar from the Buffalo Sabres. Get him out of Buffalo, by the way. My goodness. You got to feel for these Swiss players, man. They gave it their all. They played basically a perfect game. Let's go, Katie. Trade for Tage. If the Buffalo Sabres trade Tage, oh boy. Oh my God. You got to feel for these Swiss fans, man. The tears. It means so much for them, too. I mean, seeing the way their team played and fought till the end, only to fall in heartbreaking fashion, man. You got to feel for them, but America. USA! USA! Play Freebird, baby. Screw these tears. Alvin says, congratulations from Sweden, but damn, I feel sorry for Switzerland. Four silvers now. Exactly, man. Is it 4 silvers or 3 silvers? I thought they only won 2 silvers, but yeah, back-to-back years of being the runners-up. My goodness, man. The Americans, they only need one chance with a player like Tage Thompson, man. You give him a chance to shoot it with a partial screen. Siegenthaler kind of screening his own goaltender there. What a snipe. What a snipe. It goes, oh my goodness, what a snipe.
One of the best shooters in the NHL. 44 goals last year.
Beautiful shot. You got to feel for Switzerland, though, man. My goodness. What an effort.
Tage Thompson, who came here as a man on a mission, wasn't selected.
Let's hope this is the beginning of a changing dynamic in USA hockey, man. Canada fell earlier against Denmark in shocking fashion, and the USA had every excuse to crumble against a very tough Swiss team. A team that's used to this stage more than these superstars are for the Americans. A team that played hard. Again, I'm going to say this again, almost a perfect game for Switzerland. And the USA just held on and held on and held on. And finally, when the moment struck, they were able to get one past Giannone. You got to feel for him.
Two of the veterans of this Swiss team. Final shots were 40-25 in favor of the United States.
And a nice little moment there by Ambol and Giannone, the 41-year-old and the 37-year-old. Maybe their last chance to win a gold medal together. You got to feel for them, man. They played so well.
You push one way, you're going to give up mini breaks. That wasn't even a bad breakdown.
Yeah, that was not a bad breakdown at all. Yeah, it's just an amazing snipe.
A little bit of daylight.
Man, the emotion on that Switzerland bench is, oh my God. Got to feel for them. That was not a break. They had 3 guys back. That was just an amazing shot by Tage.
And then Tage Thompson beats him, and the celebration's on. The United States has waited generations for a breakthrough at this level.
First gold since 1933. First time they reached the final in the IIHF Championship since 1934 for the Americans. And it's Tage. What a moment, baby.
They played like it does. They played so well when it mattered most.
Oh my God, you got to feel for Giannone, man. What a game, what a tournament he had. And you can see how much it means for them, to them too, man.
Ecstasy on one side and despair that has been 20 years in the making for Andreas Ambul on the other.
There you go. Giannone gets a shout out after the game.
Tournament All-Star team being announced.
I mean, with this performance, it wouldn't shock me if Frank gets a call to the Olympics. Maybe not as a top 6 player, but as an energy piece. And he played so well. Arguably the best player for the USA all tournament. We got the grammar police in chat. Hey, what's up? No, we know what you mean. I appreciate you bringing up the receipts, Elvin. 2013 versus Sweden, 18 versus Sweden, 24 versus Czechia, and now the USA, yeah. That's 4 silvers then, yeah. You're right.
That was the direct All-Stars, by the way. The top goalie, Giannone, the top defenseman, Werenski, the top forward, Pasternak. Now announced the media All-Star team.
Yeah, the assists are Logan Cooley and Brady Shea. Brady Shea, by the way, had an amazing game. Big shout out to Brady Shea.
This is the All-Star team. Giannone is the All-Star goaltender. There should be little consolation to him.
Yeah, Giannone, the all-star goaltender. He deserves every bit of that, man.
Pukan from Switzerland also named.
The Pukan, amazing tournament for him, too. Pasta.
Great tournament for the Czechs again, the defending champions. Lindholm led the tournament in goal scoring. Nick Olsen, who scored the
we need Ehlers to get Frank to the Olympics.
Is the other all-star forward. We'll also have the announcement of the tournament MVP.
All right, boys.
Also the top players.
We'll do one more game, and then we'll call it a day. I do want to get some recording done. Probably not today. My voice is cooked, but let's see what we can figure out from here. Probably won't be recording today, but eventually. Hopefully the video will be out by tomorrow, ? Okay. Let's replay. All right. You ready for the Four Nations face-off? The Hockeyson said, frankly, I want someone to help Bedard produce some points as well. Yeah. Don't we all, man? Don't we all? Swedish defenseman. All right, let's speed run through this. Rasmus. Mike Sullivan. Mitch Marner, yeah, right. Mattias Ekholm. Jonas Brodin. Eric Carlson. Gustav Forsling. Who am I missing, man? Is it Hollum? No, god dang it. All right, Team USA and Canada players with fighting majors. Oh, this is easy. All right, let's start from the top. Brady. Colton Parayko. McDavid did not. JT Miller. John Cooper, UC Stars. I'm locked in, boys. Matthew Tkachuk. Rasmus Anderson, Nathan McKinnon. He did not. Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner, the fighting major in your dreams. The little softy Toronto boy. All right. Mike Sullivan. Sam Bennett. What? Somebody else had a fighting major? No, that's it. Team Canada leading scorers. You know what? Oh, you can't just skip past it? Oh, shoot. McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon. Head coaches. All right. Mike Sullivan was a head coach. John Cooper was a head coach. There you go. Team Finland goalies. Ooh. Is Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen Finnish? Why am I choking, man? I don't think he was. Yeah, he has to be. I'm so stupid. Oh, Hagel! I'm so stupid. My bad, guys. My bad. Kevin Lankinen and UC Saros, host cities. Oh boy, it was Montreal. It was Boston. Winning team. Unfortunately, it was Canada. With fighting majors, one more. Oh, we can come back. Oh, perfect. Hagel, Team Canada. What? Sam Reinhart, Mitch Marner. It's not Connor Bedard, man. Okay, head coaches. There's one more. Okay, we didn't do too bad. We got 96. Average score 69. Nice. So we did pretty good. All right. One more quiz and we'll call it a day. All right. One more quiz and we will call it a day. All right. San Jose overtime goal scorers play. I'll get the heck out of here, man. 2022 Big Four MVPs. What does this even mean? No. I mean, yeah. What a stupid quiz. NHL record streaks, defenseman with 200 goals. Oh my God. Hidden NHL team. Highest drafted players. Blah 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 blah. All right, NHL most points in the season by captain since 2010. All right, since 2010, I don't have an excuse. All right, this is the last thing we do before we call it a night. Again, thank you guys so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. Really do appreciate it. Helping to build a community. Let me see. Oh, we even got 3 new subscribers. Excellent. Thank you, guys. Sorry I didn't acknowledge you at the time. I don't know why my stream doesn't have the new subscriptions popping up in chat. That's why I feel like I need to move to Twitch, so all of those things are more intuitive. But I appreciate those 3 new people who subscribe. I really do appreciate that. Building this community is really important. So I appreciate that happening. Most points in a season by a captain. Oh, all right. This could be fun. Nobody has more K's in their names than Finnish people. That's a great tip. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. How's my pronunciation, by the way? I feel bad. I feel like I'm just an American that doesn't know how to pronounce names that are foreign. A little bit of a secret. Whenever I'm pause this timer, man. It's so stupid. Whenever I'm recording a video and there's anybody's name, I usually go and figure out how to pronounce it beforehand. Just because I feel like my instincts are so bad when it comes to pronouncing names that are not American. All right. That's pretty good. I'll take that. All right. Let's go back. All right, Edmonton 2022-2023. It's going to be Connor McDavid. Oh boy, that really populated a lot. Let's just throw in some obvious answers. Alex Ovechkin, Tampa Steven Stamkos, Philly Claude Giroux, Nashville 2021-2022. Is that Roman Josi? Yeah, it was. My goodness, what a season he had that year. Florida 2018-2019. Oh boy, now we may be in trouble. Which Sedin was the captain? Was it Daniel? I'll just try both. No, it's Henrik. There you go. Florida 2018-2019 with 96 points. Was it Barkov? There you go. LA Kings, that's before the Kopitar captaincy. Was it Dustin Brown? There's no way, right? No. Was it Who was the captain before Kopitar? Okay, we'll come back to that one. Vancouver in 20. That's Quinn Hughes. Yeah. Winnipeg. I feel like all these irrelevant teams. I don't really remember the captains from back in the day. Utah. Clayton Keller. Montreal 2024, 2025. Nick Suzuki. Dallas. 20 is that Jamie Benn? There you go. All right, we're starting to populate this a little bit. It's not too bad. New Jersey Devils in 2023, 2022, 2023. Their captain was Taylor. No, not Taylor. What the heck's wrong with me? You know what? We'll come back to that. Chicago, obviously, Jonathan Taves. Detroit. Why am I tweaking? I feel like my brain is boiling because I just didn't have enough sleep and I'm running on Celsius, so I have an excuse. Okay, Toronto, it's going to be John Tavares at this stage. New Jersey, it's not Jack Hughes. It's not the Blue. Is Hischier the captain? Nico Hischier? He is their captain. What the heck's wrong with me, man? Detroit. Who's the captain of Detroit? Is Larkin the captain in Detroit? I'm so stupid. Dylan Larkin, when was he named captain? My goodness. Oh my God. All right. Buffalo Rasmus Dahlin. Dude, this is taking so long. All right. Let's see what we could do. Let's do the more recent ones. I feel like let me just name captains. All right. Erik Karlsson. He's somewhere. Who are famous people who are captains? Obviously Austin Matthews this year. Jumbo Joe. Yeah, that's a good answer. There you go. Buffalo. Who's the captain in Buffalo before Dahlin? I feel like that's probably one of the harder ones, actually. Ottawa, 2021, 2022. Isn't that the season they went pretty far? Vegas, okay, Mark Stone. Montreal before. That's Max Pacioretty. Max Pacioretty. There you go. Detroit, 2016, 2017. Are we in the Henrik Zetterberg? Yeah, that is Henrik Zetterberg. Columbus, I'm not gonna get that. LA Kings before. Is it not Dustin Brown? Was Dustin Brown not the captain of LA before Kopitar? Did I not put Kopitar? I didn't put Kopitar? I kept saying who was the captain before Kopitar and I didn't put Kopitar. I'm so stupid. Okay, whatever. This is Victor Hedman, who's the current captain. My goodness, this is taking so long. What's the average score here? Oh my God! All right, let's try it. Let's try it. Really locking this down. Is it Mark Scheifele? Am I stupid? Who was the captain of Winnipeg? 2018. Oh, Blake Wheeler. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Winnipeg, but like your teams are just so forgettable. I apologize. I'm close to giving up, man. Ottawa 20. Who's Ottawa's captain? Before Brady, did I put Brady Tkachuk? Are you kidding me? I didn't put Brady Tkachuk. Oh my God, I'm overthinking everything. Tobias says USA won. I just came here to say that. LOL. Yep. Play free bird, baby. Okay, I'm gonna put Gabriel Landeskog and see how that populates. There you go. Jerome McGinley. Good. Who are the who's a famous captain in Buffalo Sabres history. They have nobody memorable, man. Vincent Lecavalier. I don't know how to spell that name, man. I'm close to giving up. Let me try Vincent Lecavalier. No, I don't know how to spell it. I'm sorry. All right, I think that's a good amount for now. I'm gonna give up. All right, let's see who we didn't get. Tyler Ennis? No, he wasn't the captain, was he? Kyle Okposo? Now I'm cheating. I'm using the chat. I don't really care. Yeah, Switzerland put up a great fight. They played a near perfect game. I appreciate the compliment, by the way, Tobias. Switzerland played a near perfect game. Any other guesses before I give up? Vincent Lecavalier. Okay, Vincent Lee. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you. Rick the Dick. Rick Nash. That's a great call. I completely forgot about that. San Jose 20. Which one of the was it Patrick Marleau? No, it was it. Where did he put Joe Thornton? Who else? Was it Logan Couture? Logan Couture that 1 year. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I got it just before you. But Eric Stahl. Did he have? Wow, we got Eric Stahl. San Jose. This is gonna be a random year, man. Who's the captain of San Jose in 17-18, man? Was it Joe Pavelski? There you go. We got Pavelski. Did we not do I'm so stupid. How do we not put Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand? Did we not do any of these guys? Are you kidding me? Now I feel ashamed of myself, man. It's not even the old people. It's the current people. Hold on. I'm choking on. Who else do we have? Who is captain of Buffalo in 2018, 2019? That's really bothering me. Well, I already tried Pavelski. Rick Nash was a good call. Tyler Sagan's the captain? No, he's not. No, that's Jamie Benn's the captain. Sagan's not the captain. Mikko Koivu. Ooh. Mikko Koivu, where did he populate? Oh my God, Minnesota in the early 2010s. That's a great call, by the way. I would have forgotten that. I forgot that he was a captain. Yeah, everything else I'm comfortable. Who was the Calgary? I should know this. Who was the captain of Calgary in 18-19? It was the team with Johnny Hockey. It was a team with it was basically the exact team that reached that beat Dallas a couple seasons later. Who was? Oh, Andrew Ladd from the Jets. I forgot he was a captain. You are cooking, by the way, Josh. You should be the one on stream doing this. Yeah, Sagan and Ben are like the same person. Nicholas Lindstrom? It's... How do you spell Nicholas Lindstrom? UC Jokinen? UC Jokinen. These are all names I'm not going to know how to spell. I'm sorry. I feel like we've done a decent job. I feel like this is the only one that's really bothering me. Who on Calgary had 74 points in 2018, 2019? Oh. My bad. Wrong Jokinen. My brain's not working. Wait, what? Wait, which? What? No, it's not Drew. We already put Drew. Was Olli Jokinen the captain? I don't know. It's not working, but I'm pretty sure I spelled that correctly. It's not working. Drew, we already put. Calgary, 18-19. That's the one thing that we need to figure out before we leave, all right? We have 5 minutes left to do it. I'm willing to spend the 5 minutes to figure this out. All right, can we name some people from the Flames back then? Why is my name just going to Johnny Hockey? It's definitely not Johnny Hockey. He was not the captain. Calgary Flames. Was it like Backlund or somebody? No, it wasn't. Who was the captain? Oh my God. Any other like obvious ones? Oh, Buffalo. Who's the captain before Dahlin? That's also going to bother me a lot. Oh boy. Was he traded? Oh my God, it was Jack Eichel. Are you kidding me? How did we not know that? Was it Sean Monahan? How do you miss Eichel until now, man? My goodness. Sean Monahan. No, it's not Monahan. Yeah, I feel like these Canadian teams, as an American, these Canadian teams are so forgettable. Like if it wasn't for all the storylines around Austin Matthews as a captain, I would have forgotten that he was named captain. I don't live in the Toronto cesspool that goes around with everything being about the Maple Leafs, so I miss a lot of stuff about these Canadian teams. Mark Giordano, you're a genius. That's definitely true. I love you. I love you, Josh. You're so good at this game. It's Mark Giordano. Oh my goodness, you're genius. I forgot about that Norris Trophy winning season, man. Dion Phaneuf. Oh my God. No, he's not here. Josh is so good at this game, man. My goodness. I still can't believe we missed out on like Jack Eichel. That's ridiculous. Everything else is like old school. We got everything in this row. Over here, New Jersey it's like the Kovalchuk years of New Jersey. Is this even before Kovalchuk? I don't even know, but this is old. Ottawa, this is, yeah, I'm not going to know that. Buffalo, yeah, I don't care that I don't know about Buffalo history. Ottawa, Detroit. Wait, what? This is prime Detroit. How do we not know who's the captain of Detroit in 2010, 2011? Was it not Zetterberg? Pominville P? Oh my goodness. Pominville. Where did he populate? Which year was that? 1 year in Buff. Oh my God, you're so good. How do you spell Lindstrom? Was he? I thought it was Lindstrom too, but how do you spell Lindstrom? Is it not Nicholas Lindstrom? Oh, is it? Oh my, okay. It's a spelling freaking error, man. I'm going to give myself that. Lidstrom. Okay, whatever, dude. Just because his parents don't know how to spell his name doesn't mean it's my fault, man. We got that. You know what? I consider that a win. We're not that stupid. We knew Nicholas Lidstrom. All right. Ottawa 2013, 2014. Yeah, everything else I don't care about. So let's give up. Who do you miss? Jason Spezza. Oh, yeah, I actually probably should have known that. Did we not guess Alfredson? That is embarrassing. Mike Richards. Okay, whatever. Zach Parise. Good Lord. Oh, my God. All right. Well, we did pretty well. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. We will maybe have another live stream coming up relatively shortly. Let me know in the Discord. I'm pretty active in the Discord. Be sure to join if you guys haven't already. The link is somewhere in the chat. I'm gonna. I can generate another invite link before I leave. Invite people, link, copy. I'll put it once again here. If you guys have a suggestion, please send it to me on Discord on something you want me to live stream, maybe even a video topic. I usually research extensively for videos. So definitely if you want to live stream, though, let me know. Thank you guys again for spending this time with me. Go USA, play Freebird. First gold medal. First gold medal for the Americans in the IIHF Championship since 1933. We're going to come to a point within the next couple of weeks, within a month, where we're not going to have hockey and we're going to be wishing we cherish this more. So cherish this moment, especially if you're an American. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace.